you want to be a winner, not only have to understand how to win, but to understand how to consistently win.
We're the freaking New York Jets, and we're built for this shit.
That's our brand of football. If you want to be a winner, not only have to understand how to win, but to understand how to consistently win.
We're the freaking New York Jets, and we're built for this shit.
That's our brand of football.
Jets, Jets. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Nick Shine Show. I, of course, am your host, Nick. Thank you for being here. Shout out to everyone in the chat. My apologies. I was taking care of a couple things before the show. But, however, Bill says, you later than my ex-girl. Well, rumor has it, your ex-girl is an ex-girl. She converted. It's the Nick Shine Show. It's Blitz BK. Turn it up.
It's got me.
Gentry covered in football!
Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show. Dim the lights, but it's still bright as Nick time. Day or night, this is his prime, it's Nick Shine. Proud fan, well defined, to get in line. Toe to toe with any show, he only got 9. The best show on YouTube, bro, is easy. We talk Jets all day, please believe me. Subscribe, you just gotta click the family. We not a click in 3D. You can see a beautiful DP. We see through the fake teams and the tea leaves. So we pray for a coach and a QB and hope that we close to the top in the new league. A toast to the host with the most, Nicky.
Who, me?
Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show.
Fantastic.
Fantastic indeed. Folks, couple show announcements before we get going. Number 1, thank you for being here. Number 2, hit the like button. Number 3, subscribe to this channel if you have not done so already. Don't miss out. A lot of fun shows coming your way. A lot of positivity coming your way here on the Nick Shine Show, as you will soon find out if you don't know. Oh, you didn't know? Your ass better text somebody. Sorry. I'm in an old school wrestling mood lately. Shout out to the Discord for making that happen. As you see by tonight's thumbnail, Kevin Zwicker made a red and yellow Shinemania and had to change it to green and white, Jet themed. You know, kind of keep it Jet themed here and there. So, folks, here's what we're going to do to start it off. What we're going to do tonight is I leave it up to you. As always, this is a very chat-centric show. So here's how we're going to start tonight off. We're going to vote for your favorite Jets safety. Now, we're going to keep the timer for how many positions do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to do 5. We're going to do 7 minutes. Hey, Siri, set my alarm for 7 minutes from now.
7 minutes starting now. When the timer ends, you can say, Siri, stop.
Just Siri, start the timer. That's all. I don't need all that conversation, lady. God, now she's all mouthy with me today. So the choices are Jamal Adams, Marcus May, Kerry Rhodes, or Victor Green. So that's what we're going to do. You know what, Maze? Yes, go ahead. Go New York. I hope you win. Just because you guys are happy, and as my friends, I want to see you guys happy. So what we're going to do while the voting is open, we're going to discuss these positions. I'm sorry, Jim Leonard did not make the cut. He did not make the cut. I apologize. He was next on the list, but I just thought that in terms of voting, these would be the more popular ones to vote for. But I don't think Leonard is getting votes over Victor Green. If you were alive for Victor Green and you were a fan and you appreciated football during the Victor Green days, Victor Green was your guy. Victor Green was dominant force on the back end of the defense. He would make turnovers, jarring hits, force fumbles, good in coverage. Victor Green was the guy. I shouldn't even had safety up for a poll. It should have just been Victor Green. Move on. Excuse me. So now, while that's going on, there's obviously some other Jets things to talk about. I'm going to be completely blunt about this. We saw how dry and boring and PR-like Robert Salah was as a head coach. Now, we are going to see Robert Salah bring that same approach with him to Tennessee. He's not going to talk shit about the Jets. He's not going to talk shit about the organization. He's not going to give bulletin board material. That's not Robert Salah's way. He will be professional. He will take the higher road, and he will do what he did today, right? The Jets, that was a year and a half ago. I'm very grateful, that they gave me the opportunity. You take those opportunities, you learn from them, right? It's PR coach speak, basically. So that's where we're at with him. I don't expect him to come and say, I can't believe they fired me and hired that guy. Look what he did last year. You're not going to get that out of Robert Salah. You're not going to get that at all. So expect a lot of dry, pointless commentary. It's like if you went out and you cheated on your girl and she's like, what'd you do last night? Oh, honey, you know what we did. We hung out. We played PlayStation at Gorman's house. We just hung out, shot the shit. You're not going to say what you really did. You're not going to say how you really feel. Bad analogy? Maybe. But if you know, you know. And if you've never done that, shout out to you. You're a commendable, respectable human being, and I appreciate you. Big Islander fan. Who was the guy in 2009 who knocked out the Cardinal receiver? I think it was Warner versus Favre. Oh, we put like 55 on the board that day, I believe. Revis had a pick 6. Cotry had a touchdown or 2. In 2009, was that Landry, the guy with the muscles almost as big as mine? I think it was Landry. Who was Landry's? It was 2008 if it was Favre, not 2009. Favre wasn't with us in 2009. Let's see what we got. Jets 56-35. Forgive me. I said 55. I was just slightly off. Jets had 34 points in the second quarter. God, imagine that. Jets scored 56 points, and they went scoreless in the first and the third quarter. How about that? They scored 34 points in the second, 22 points in the fourth, and they scored 56 points. That's absolutely ridiculous. Where's the player stats? They don't have that. It just has the game leaders. Dwight Lowry had 9 solo tackles. I will give. How much time do we have left before the alarm goes off? We got 2 minutes. If you can tell me what New York Jet led them in sacks that day, you get a raffle entry. Also, speaking of raffle entries, May 31st, Sunday night, we're going to give away a winner's choice, but we're going to add a second one. You guys have been absolutely tremendous with the gifting and the generosity. So as of right now, on May 31st, we're up to 2 prizes. Now, some of you asked the other day during the show, and I looked at the numbers today. for a new emoji. I'm going to check it right now in case it refreshed, because YouTube usually refreshes for the day with your stats like 4 to 6 o'clock. We're 105 away from adding another emoji, but we are light years away from where we were just a couple weeks ago. So shout out to all you guys. All right. We got less than a minute left. No one has said, no, it's not Brian Thomas. Again, what Jet had 2 sacks in the Jet Cardinal game that day? And if you know this answer, you fucking cheated. So we'll carry over that trivia question to the next one. But I will tell you right now, if you gave me 100 guesses, I would have never said this guy's name. The answer is David Bowens. David Bowens had 2 sacks against Kurt Warner for the Jets that day. Remarkable. 38.5 career sacks. Nope. He had 2.5 sacks in 07. He had 4 sacks in 08, and he had 2 of those sacks in one game. So, all right. Timer's up. Victor Green moves on. Next up, this is going to be an interesting one. Again, I'm putting in the players that I thought would be the most popular. I'm sure you guys will let me know if I left somebody out that you loved, and I'm sorry for that. But here's what we're going to do. For the favorite Jets corner, of course, we're putting Darrelle Revis in. Then we're going to add Aaron Glenn. Then we're going to put Antonio Cromartie. And then we're going to put Sauce. Now, some of you who are older may have wanted different people. I get that. Some of you who maybe liked Marcus Coleman more than Aaron Glenn. I get that. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we have a treat for you in the chat tonight, folks. Some of you may not know this little ditty, so here we go.
Welcome, my friends, it's a shine time, shine time. It's time to talk about the Jets. Don't you know it's shine time, it's shine time. Time to be with my friends. Hey, have you seen my toe?
5 seconds, starting now.
All right. So, again, polls will be open for 7 minutes. I know we might not need it for this one. Much like Diana Rossini might not need a poll for 6 minutes. Cisco, I waited 13 minutes and 15 seconds into the show. That's a long time. And ladies and gentlemen, that song was played because Rick Kent is here. And now I need a little, we need like Mark Henry's sexual chocolate music for when Leanie comes in. Hi, Leanie. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for the cigars from you and Mr. Leanie when you're on your honeymoon, your 25th anniversary. I hope it was like a honeymoon, Leanie. I hope when you guys went for a walk, you were both dehydrated and tired and worn out. I hope it was like a honeymoon again 25 years later. Rossini counts at 1. Obviously, we're not counting the amount of mics that were inside her simultaneously. Now, wow, look at that. Sauce with no votes. 2-time All-Pro gets no votes. God, I love Jets fans. You guys are the best. I had one of them so far, Leanie. I was going to have the other one last night, but like a hurricane like hit Central Jersey yesterday. So I was in bed sleeping by like 9:30 last night, and I absolutely loved it. I don't get to go to bed that early and sleep 10 hours much anymore. But getting 10 hours last night was quite refreshing. So very, very satisfied. Rossini-fied, if you will. Now, let me do this. All right, there we go. All right, second topic tonight. We talked about Salah. You're not going to get anything buzzworthy from him, right? Now let's look at the other side of it. Does Aaron Glenn mature? Does Aaron Glenn evolve at the microphone? The media has been very complimentary to Aaron Glenn in year 2. The way he was forthright, he was open, he was honest, he seemed more genuine, he seemed more human and less combative at the microphone in year 2. So I would expect a more seasoned Aaron Glenn this year at the mic. I don't think he's going to do anything. Now, it might be something fun where, maybe he throws out a challenge to Salah, like a friendly bet or something like that, or wager, you know what I mean? Like, let's have fun with it. Because I think that's how Aaron Glenn is. But I don't know. I don't think you're going to get bulletin board material from Aaron Glenn either. I think that he's going to be talked to by the PR team, and they're going to say, don't say anything that's going to get headlines. We want to fly under the radar this year. That's what we're doing. We don't have any primetime games. We don't want any eyes on us. Let's not put them on us at the microphone. Let's not put them on us by calling out another coach. Let's not put them on us by being the bravado, macho a-hole that you were in year 1 at the microphone. It's a good thing to evolve. Something I live by. If you're not getting better every day in every way, what are you doing? Find a way to get better every day. Aaron Glenn, find a way to get better. You've found a way to get better with the media. Find a way to get better as a coach, because we need it, man. This team, I think, has a significant amount of talent. I really do. I think when you're starting to look at this roster, you can see a lot of talent on this team. Don't fuck it up and put the attention on the coach. Don't fuck it up and put the attention on a press conference on a Tuesday morning. Let your team talk for you. That's the sign of a good coach. You want to talk to your team in the locker room? You want to address the Jets, and you want to puff your chest out, and you want to motivate them, and you want to call them out, and you want to say all these players left here and went to Tennessee because they believe in him. They wanted to go play for him. They didn't want to play with you. You want to get your team fired up that way? I respect that. You do that behind closed doors. You do that without the cameras. You do that without the microphones. Folks, we are 2 minutes away from the poll ending. So far, we have Victor Green at safety as your favorite Jet safety. Very good call. Also, I will give you guys here tonight a sneak preview. Victor Green is one of the 2 people that I've been in touch with who has a busy schedule right now, but it will die down, and we will get Victor Green on the show. I've been in touch with him. We've been in communication, and I've locked in a commitment from him. I told him, you pick the day, you pick the time, and whenever you have time, I'll get you on. I gave him the choice if you want to do it live, you want to do pre-recorded. But for me, my favorite defensive player, it's a 2-way tie. There's a 1A and a 1B. It's Victor Green and it's Marvin Jones. Those are the 2 that I just absolutely love. Now, I'm not saying those were the best. I mean, they're very great Jets, but they weren't like the best in the league. You know what I mean? They weren't getting the All-Pros, but I just think those are 2 guys that I just always loved their game. They were physical. They were smart. They never made like the big mistake. Yeah, Blitz, we might have to cook something up for that. By we, I mean you. But we might have to. We might have to. Folks, the cornerback voting is over. Sauce got 1 vote. Say I in the chat if you voted for Sauce. Yep, I know. That's the other player that I've been in touch with. So both Marvin Jones and Victor Green, my favorite 2 defensive players I've been in touch with and have received commitments. Now, Jones right now is coaching indoor arena football. And when the season concludes, he will join the program. So I got some big some big guns coming out. That'll be really great for the channel. To have that on your resume, to have that on your highlight when people come to your YouTube show, that you have former players from the Jets here. I think that would be a really big boost for this show and for you guys as well. I want to give you guys the best possible content that I can. I try to line up, quality guests. I try to line up, the best ideas that I can come up with. I try to set myself apart from the other shows. I know you guys love your Jets. You love your Jet content, and you absorb as much of it as you can. So I want to give you something different, like tonight. Oh, shout out to my childhood friend, Bill, who is a teacher at the school that I work at. And this is the shirt I was telling you guys about. He ordered one. Oh, yeah, the microphone moves. I don't have to. He ordered one of these. And he said to them, I didn't get it. So they redid the order. And they sent 2. And he comes up to me. He tells me to come up to his room. Yes, his classroom. You guys went through this the other day. And he's like, you an extra large? I'm like, yeah. He goes, all right, perfect. Here you go. It's yours. He goes, now they might resend the original order. And he goes, if I get another one, I'll give it to you for Nikki, because his son is like a medium. So shout out to Bill. Great shirt. All right. Now we move on to linebacker. The Jets haven't had enough great outside linebackers to do their own category. So I combined Mo Lewis into this. I didn't want to put Mo as an edge, a defensive end. And for this category, we got Mo Lewis. We got David Harris. We have Demario Davis. And, of course, Kyle Clifton. Not this one, but that one. So I originally did it, and I had Vilma in at middle linebacker. But then when I started the outside linebacker category, I felt like the Jets had more defensive ends. Like I wasn't going to put Calvin Pace in there. And no, Mike, I'm explaining now. He just missed the cut. When I realized I didn't have 4 outside linebackers of quality to put in there, I bumped Vilma and I put Mel in. So let your voice be heard, guys. I know you love sharing your opinions. I love hearing them. I'm very curious to see how this goes with Lewis being the outside linebacker. Big Islander fan. I know I'm gray in the beard. I'm not old enough to watch Lance Mel play. So, and the same with Buttle. When I put out my opinions, I kind of go with who I've seen and what I know. Kyle Clifton was the first great Jet middle linebacker. So that's why I have him there. There was a lot of non-career Jets that have come into play. Mosley. And that's not a requirement. That's just, I think fans will get more attached to the guys that we drafted. Demario Davis has been a Jet 3 times now. I'm surprised he's got no votes yet. Excuse me. But right now we're tied between Harris and Lewis. And you know what? If it ends up tied, I'll just put them both in. One at middle linebacker, one at outside linebacker. Oh, my God. We're canceling that poll. We are canceling that poll because I typed 5 names on my list, but I only put 4 in here. So here's what we're doing. the Nick Shine Show, we are changing it on the fly. You got to be able to adapt in life. Mo Lewis is the outside linebacker. We'll automatically get a pass. I don't know how the fuck I left him off. I just got done talking about him. I wrote him on my list. Forgive me. Marvin Jones is in. Mo Lewis is out. Mo Lewis will walk to the championship of the outside linebackers. But now, new poll is up. Marvin Jones is in there. Brain fart. I forgot you can only put 4 in a YouTube poll. So please forgive me. But ladies and gentlemen, don't forget May 31st, 2 prizes going out that evening. 2 separate winner's choice prizes. You pick the player, you pick the prize. Mini helmet, jersey, autograph, photo, whatever you want. And now when I say mini helmet or jersey, I mean an autograph jersey, not just a player jersey, an autograph jersey. So I know there's been some confusion with those who've won, and I've had to tell them, no, not the player jersey. I mean like an autograph jersey. So, Trey, I'm a little jealous. I can only do a hang 9. It happens. And Addison is telling his first lie to the chat. It looks like he's stealing some of the personality traits from the show that he came from. This is a lie, Addie. You've told me many times. Many times. Also, FaceTime's a thing. Just saying. Never, Rick. We're an open, honest community here, Rick. Aside for when he lies about it being the first time. Now, I'm curious. Wow, David Harris just running away with it. I don't have a vote when you set up the poll on the Diana Rossini, but when you set up the poll on the YouTube, it doesn't let you vote. So you just get to see the results automatically. But I'm very curious how this goes. Folks, while this is going on, let's edit this. All right, let's go off. There we go. Let's take some Jets questions. We'll open up the call lines in a little bit. Rossini count is at 4. Her body count is much higher than that. Her body count is way, way higher than that. All right. Here's what we got. We got David Harris running away with it, which makes sense, right? David Harris was the middle linebacker the last time the team was good. He was the leader. He had that big return on the interception on an attempted screen pass of Brady in the playoff game. That's probably his highlight play of his career. Sucks that he got caught from behind. Can you name the tight end that caught him from behind? You will get an entry. First person to name the tight end that caught David Harris in the playoff game from behind on his interception, you will get an entry raffle. Oh, yeah. Harris was very good. Harris and Jones were both very good. Just top 5. Wow. Joe Sheen, the Giants GM, just signed a multi-year extension. Interesting. It's not Aaron Hernandez. Cisco Rossini is not a tight end. Mike D's Nuts gave you a clue. Correct. Clancy wins. It was Algie Crumpler. Algie Crumpler chased down David Harris. Here you go, Clancy. Knobcraft with an interesting comment. Mike, so I'm going to tell you something, Mike. And number one, thank you for reminding me of this. This reminds me of my father, because when we would watch Wheel of Fortune, we'd always have competition. And my father would sound things out. And I would always say, Dad, don't do that. He's like, why not? I'm trying to figure it out. I go, but you might be giving me, Mom, or Heather a word that they don't know. Do it in your head. Don't say it out loud. You might be giving words away that people don't know. And then they beat you to the punch because maybe they don't have the one word that you know. So. All right. We are at 5 minutes. We got 2 minutes left in the poll here for middle linebacker. Mo Lewis moves on for outside linebacker. Like, all right, how about that? Can you guys think of 3 other names? I mean, you were voting for Mo Lewis to win middle linebacker or the linebacker overall. Can you think of other people as outside linebackers? Like, we're not going to put Calvin Pace up against Mo Lewis. We're not going to put Will McDonald up against Mo Lewis or David Bailey. Who else is there? We haven't had many good outside linebackers. I'm all ears. If you got a couple names that you think, if I'm wrong, tell me. Cisco, my man, says these are for Mike. Put him in the entry. Mike, courtesy of Cisco, you were in the raffle. Now, here's how I'm going to put it in the raffle. I'm going to put Cisco with a hyphen, nuts. This way, we'll know, Cisco, if it's the raffle entry that you gave Mike, which would be cool. I love seeing Jets fans help out other Jets fans. All right. The poll for linebackers over. David Harris, he's a little runaway. Back when musicians just made music and didn't talk other stuff. All right. I'm going to play a song real quick by Blitz. We're going to get defensive ends going. I think these next 2 are 2 of the more tougher ones to vote for. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, and I know you're going to disagree with some of them, but for defensive end, I'm going with John Abraham, Sean Ellis, Mark Gastineau, and I got Muhammad Wilkerson as the 4th one. Am I wrong with Wilkerson in there? Let me know. If there's someone else as a defensive end that you think should be there, is Brian Thomas a better defensive end than Muhammad Wilkerson? I know Wilkerson played well on his rookie contract. He got paid and he fell off, and I know that's probably not going to make people vote for him. I have Klecko as defensive tackle, not defensive end. Now, don't tell me who you're voting for. It's obvious that Abraham, Ellis, and Gastineau are in. It's just a matter of Wilkerson. If you don't think Wilkerson should be in there, if you think there's somebody that I'm missing, let me know. Knobcraft, leader in the clubhouse with 26 months, says 26 months for 2026. Shout out GPM, Booty Blasters, and Beyond the Mixtape 26, featuring the hit single 26 Dicks, available at your local Sam Goody. What about Nobody Beats the Wiz? Nobody beats the jizz. GPM eats the jizz. It was one of the saddest days as a Yankee fan when the Nobody Beats the Wiz sign came down. But yes, we are several days away from 1 month or for 1 year of somebody at Clancy. That's another name I thought of. I like it, but here's the thing. I thought too short of a career. For him. Same with Huff. Same with Jermaine. See, Islander fan. I know you're an elder statesman. I mean, I'll put Jerry Philbin in. I'll break my rule if we're here doing this live. I think Jerry Philbin had Clemens. Clemens is his own category and for those of you that may have missed it, in March, Michael Clemens signed, and this is perfect. His super chat's up on the channel right now. Michael Clemens signed with the Colts. And the first thing I did when that news came in is I went over to eBay and tried to find an autographed item for Knobcraft of Michael Clemens. Because if some of you don't know, Knob is the only person in the world with 2 Michael Clemens jerseys. So my heart kind of broke for him the day that Michael Clemens signed with the Colts. So what I did was I ordered, it was a college card. It was autographed. And they went to send it directly to Knob. And a week and a half goes by, tracking provided, no updates at all. 2 weeks go by, no updates at all. I reach out to the guy. He goes, I sent it. I go, okay. The 3rd week hits. He goes, it got returned to sender. I'm like, all right. So I ordered another one. And now this time I put my address in. There's a couple day delay. It gets sent to me. I tell Knob, who had no idea what the gift was. I said, I was on the phone with him. I'm like, I'm at the post office right now. I'm dropping it off. I'm filling it out. I'm going to send it to you. Never showed up. 0 for 2. Then I order a 3rd one. Now, let's just be real. Did any of you have 3 Michael Clemens autographed cards existing in the world? Well, I found 3 of them. I order it. Cisco and Thunderlips were in the DP on a Saturday night with Knob and me. And they're texting me privately, what the fuck is the gift? And I'm like, you know what? I got to order another one now. I order it. 8 days goes by. It's the following Monday. And I text the guy and I say, hey, I've been through hell over this gift. I tried to do this for almost 2 months. I have a tracking number, but nothing's been sent. What's the status? Guy, real nice, gets back to me later that night. He goes, oh my God, I gave it to my son to drop off. My son had it in his car. He never did it. I'll take care of it first thing tomorrow morning. He then ships it. Status reports start coming in. It goes from Cincinnati to Raleigh, out for delivery. And that's what showed up at Knob's. And it was a day last week, maybe Thursday or Friday. And he got it. And Addie was doing a show. And I was like, Knob, I'm not going to ask you to wait any longer. It's been 2 months. This was supposed to be like a gag gift the fucking 3rd week of March. And here we are the 3rd week of May almost. I go ahead. You can open it right now. So Knobcraft was the recipient of a Michael Clemens autographed card. And I think he loves it. He told me he loved it. He said it's up on his wall already with his Jet stuff. So Knob, I told Knob, he had no idea what it was. He was like, is it like inappropriate guesses? And I'm like, no. I go, this might be the most sincere, genuine, heartfelt gift I've ever gotten anyone, which was just throwing him completely for a loop. All right. Oh, man, I hate when I do that. All right. We got favorite Jets defensive end. I was monitoring the chat. We're going Mark Gastineau. We're going John Abraham. We're going Sean Ellis. Is there a clear-cut 4th guy in this group? Now, I have Klecko as a defensive tackle. I'll tell you ahead of time. I got Klecko, Quinnen, and Marty Lyons as defensive tackles. I couldn't think of a fourth defensive tackle, but for defensive end, I mean, I'm going to put Wilkerson in there because I think whoever we put in as the fourth isn't going to really move the needle in terms of who wins. So, all right. It's your time to vote. Let your voice be heard. Abraham was on the team 6 years, I believe. I think we traded him in 2006. So I think it was 2000 through 2005 because that's how we got 2 first-round picks the year we had Mangold and Brick, if I'm correct. I'm pretty sure we got a 1 for him, and that was how we got the Mangold pick at the bottom of that round 1. Yeah. He was 6 years. As a Jet, he's 53.5 sacks for his career, 133.5. He has more career sacks than Lawrence Taylor. It's wild, right? You think of the impact Lawrence Taylor had on football, and then John Abraham has more career sacks than him. I love Abraham too, but I got to tell you, I'm not even looking at the poll yet because I'm looking at the Abraham stats. Sean Ellis was pretty much a lifelong Jet. Sean Ellis was there for a very long time. Sean Ellis was a part of winning in the early 2000s, the mid 2000s, and in the late 2000s when we started winning again. So I wouldn't sleep on Sean Ellis in the poll here. I mean, I know Klecko. Yeah, not Klecko. Gastineau. All right. That's fair. I think if you're not taking Gastineau, you'd go for Ellis. I think it'd be split 50-50. That would be a good poll. Just Abraham against Ellis. Also, give me some feedback. I know not all of you were here the other day. How's the quality of the mic? You guys have been giving me good feedback. It seems like the purchase was worth it. I listened to the show myself, and I could see a little bit of a difference from the previous shows to Tuesday night. So the next thing is going to be a quiet keyboard. That's the next purchase for the Nick Shine Show. A keyboard that is silent when it types. I know you guys bust my balls all the time about it. But folks, don't forget, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Let's see how many likes we're at. We're only at 24. Shout out Freeman McNeil, Ray Mickens, and of course, Darrell Rivas. You sound like you're underwater. That's your phone, bro. You dropped your phone in the bong water. Get a new phone, Dre. So I will be on tomorrow night, probably 9 o'clock. I can't go too late because even though it's a holiday weekend, we have I got 6 hours of soccer on Saturday. And then 5 hours of soccer on Sunday. So I got to be up earlier. All right. We got a few minutes left. It's time. Turn up your volume. If you have headsets on, turn it down a little bit because it's going to get loud. It's Blitz.
Yo. Engines roar when the jet takes flight. Green lights glow in the Jersey night. Skyline lit when the squad ignite. Gangrene rolling near the jet takes flight. Yo, Every show we bring the Jets all through, the speech is clear. Real fan talk, we survive rebuilding years. Seen quarterbacks come, we seen them disappear. Still solid with my team, no bandwagons here. Green stitch to my fibers, won't switch to the Niners. Quick like Vic, I see victims in my visor. Jets loss is heavy, but the pride is never left. Stood 10 toes down when the season felt like death. New season feels like fresh air. New OC and QB, man, I always love the fresh pair. Like the man Jordans that I'm rocking with my Jets gear. Hoodie but no cap out, never play it off, but we gotta get the Jets there. Let's share ideas for this team for this next year. It's fair to think we'll do better in those big chairs. Shit, yeah, hire Dream Bean to run this shit here. Take this playoff streak and make it disappear. Engines roar when the Jets takes flight. Green lights glow in the Jersey night. Skyline lit when the squad ignite. Game dream rolling, yeah, the Jets takes flight. Jets takes flight.
Perfect timing. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. Why is that song so? I feel like that song was shorter that time. Again, all right, a couple of things for the show. If you're like me and you have an iPhone and you cannot gift, you can send me and I will gift on your behalf. We are a little over 100 away from adding emoji. Now, I know people have asked. I know people want to support. If you have to send Venmo or Cash App, just let me know. Yes, Clancy, but that's not the easy way for everybody. It might be easier to just send it. So, this is going back to Clancy. This is one of our first conversations like 2 years ago. You can gift, but if you're gifting from an iPhone, you don't open up the YouTube app. You go to the YouTube browser and you can gift from there. Yeah. That's the hack that you can do if you have an iPhone. Now, if that's too much for you, you just send me the money. I'll gift it on the show, and then obviously I'll put your name into the raffle. All right. But yes, you can also do that. Of course. Hi. This is Nick from YouTube website. You can gift from here if you sign into Google first. Of course. All right. Gastineau runs away with it. 59% of the vote. All right. We're going to do something fun here. I might regret this. I'm not going to lie. I might regret this. All right. When we start the poll, start a poll. Bang, bang. Why are you doing that? Why is my typing so fucking off? Oh, I know why. Because the fucking caps lock came on. All right. Here's what we got. Defensive tackles. We got Klecko. We got Lions. We got Quinnen Williams. Who's the fourth? I thought Jason Ferguson, because I thought Jason Ferguson was a really good nose tackle in the middle of the defense for a long time. Short term, my favorite was Chris Jenkins because of the impact he had on the defense. Snacks Harrison was another one. What do you guys think? Leonard Williams was a thought. Again, I think here too short of a time. Yeah, Klecko was all over the line. Klecko's a monster. But the reason I put him at defensive tackle is because he made All-Pro or Pro Bowl at nose and defensive tackle and only once on the outside. So that was my swaying factor to list him as an interior D lineman here. which I think is fair. All right. Do we have another defensive tackle? Going once. Going twice. Ferguson it is. All right. I'm about to hit start on this. 7 minutes on the clock. Once I hit start. And I might regret saying this, but I'm going to fucking do it. In an effort to get us closer to a new emoji, I will match any gifted memberships given out. Not just you gift 5, I gift 1. I will match whatever you guys contribute in the next 7 minutes. Hey, Siri, set my timer for 7 minutes now.
7 minutes starting now.
All right. 7 minutes. Clock is on. Let's see if we can get us closer. Also, welcome. What do the New York Jets look for when you're going up and down the schedule? What does a Jet fan look for? Oh, yeah. I see you, Dolphins. There's my bitch. Easy vote. All right. All right. I see you. I see you, Mike. So far, recapping. Victor Green at safety. Darrelle Revis at corner. Mo Lewis, outside linebacker, by default. David Harris, middle linebacker. Mark Gastineau, defensive end. And, yeah, it's a runaway here. ESPN sources, reigning NFL MVP Matthew Stafford and the Rams reached agreement today on a 1-year, $55 million extension. Stafford now has 2 years and up to $105 million remaining on his deal with the Rams. Oh, thank you, Bill. You're a nice guy. There you go. Again, folks, we have 5 minutes and 5 seconds left. Any gifted memberships during this 5-minute period, I will match 1 for 1. Yeah, it's tough to not vote for a Hall of Famer. And it's tough that I'm surprised Marty Lyons has none. Shout out to the older guys voting for Jason Ferguson. Small. He was only like 5'11" or 6 foot. He wasn't a big monstrous, but that's what made him hard to block was the leverage getting up underneath. Same thing with Klecko, right? Klecko isn't the biggest guy in the world in terms of height, but he was built like a fucking polar bear. All right, we are on. We're going to pin the message. StreamYard link is up. Give me your thoughts. If you want to call in, talk about these players. My one stipulation for tonight, you can only call in if you've been participating in the chat. If you have not made a comment in the chat, you are not eligible to make it on air tonight. There's rules to this game. Thou shalt not sit in silence. Oh, Kevin, I love that. The Unks ran this vote. Who'd you vote for, Kev? If you're calling out elders, let's hear what you got to say, youngin'. Addie knows how to read between the lines. No, Bill, that wasn't who I was referencing. That's not who I was referencing. That was not. That might be for two people related who usually sit in silence. All right. We got 2.5 minutes left. The poll is open. Klecko is 1 percentage point away from perfection. He's at 68% right now. Again, I will match every and any membership gifted in the next 2 minutes and 16 seconds. Well, yeah, the siblings. Also, slightly disappointed Matthew Stafford decides to play another year. Slightly disappointed. Because I am somebody who thought about trading for McVay. But now, wait another year. All right, Aaron Glenn gets a year 3. Doesn't work out, then you go trade for McVay. With a loaded roster. Let's go. NFL all-time passing leaders. Let's see. So Stafford right now is 6th all-time. He's 2,000. He's less than 2,000 yards behind Rodgers. So he should pass Rodgers. If he stays healthy and goes for 4,000 yards each of the next 2 years, he will be 3rd all-time, only behind Brady and Breeze. Peyton Manning's at 71.9. Favre is at 71.8. Stafford's at 64.5. So 8,000 yards the next 2 years gets him to 72.5, which puts him 3rd all time. He's got a Super Bowl. He won the MVP, right? I'm pretty sure. Didn't he win? He beat May out for the MVP this year, right? Didn't he? Yes. He won the MVP. He's won a Super Bowl. He's a Hall of Famer, man. And he's quarterbacked Calvin Johnson, Cooper Kupp, and Puka. Folks, again, we got about 20 seconds left. Any memberships you gift, I will match 1 for 1 before we end the poll here. I mean, Stafford he's going to surpass Rodgers. He's going to be, I mean, if he's healthy, he's going to be top 3 passing all time. All right, let's see passing TDs where he's at. So he's 7th right now. He's 2 behind Phillip Rivers. Yeah, he's not going to. I mean, he is 77 away from 500. He'd have to have 45 and 40 to catch Favre at 5. So he'll pass Phillip Rivers. He'll be top 6 all time in touchdown passes. He could be top 3 in yardage. Super Bowl MVP. Super Bowl victory MVP. That's a hell of a career. That really is a hell of a career. For somebody who started off in Detroit and never won. That's tremendous. Good for him. I'm glad that he got the recognition he deserved, because I was someone who always watched him back in the days with Calvin Johnson. I'm like, it's a shame this guy's not on a better team. Like, the guy's a built-in winner. Speaking of winners. What's up, Kev?
Mr. Shine, how you doing, buddy?
They won the other day when you called in, so I knew it was just a matter of time before you called in tonight.
That's true.
I'm superstitious. So if you called in the other day for the Nick pregame, you had to call in today.
For sure. And if they lose this game, I'm pretty sure that for some strange reason, the next show I'll be busy. But But anyways, I like the voting, man. The voting is cool. To be completely honest, the last poll, out of all those guys, the only one that I physically saw play was Quinnen. But the one who I voted for was Klecko, because it's extremely hard and extremely impressive in any era to be a Pro Bowler at 3 different positions, which is insane, right? You can't even really imagine like something like that really happening today.
I mean, Aaron Donald was the only thing close enough to it, and J.J. Watt, obviously, right? I mean, Watt did it at 2 positions, I believe. He did tackle and end, but he never played nose because they were in a 4-man front his career. But yeah, those are the 2 guys who are capable of doing it. You know, if you anywhere you put Donald or Watt, they were going to succeed. They were just too good. You know, Klecko was just, he had superhuman strength. You know, he was just absolutely unblockable. He would throw people around, and he wasn't the tallest guy. He wasn't your 6'5", 350-pound guy. He was just fucking a monster.
Burly guy. You remember that story that came out, I think it was probably closer to 2 years now, about when Urban Meyer was coaching the Jaguars and he didn't know who Aaron Donald was?
Urban Meyer coaching the Jaguars and didn't know who Aaron Donald was? No.
You never heard that story?
No.
Did
he know Aaron Donald?
There was a story of, I forgot, I think it was one of his coaches or one of the guys who covered the Jaguars. They were talking, Urban Meyer was talking, and he was like, who is this player on the Rams, number 90? He was like, I feel like he's going to give us problems.
It wasn't sarcasm. It was like sincere.
The way that it was reported, it came out like he legitimately didn't know.
Wow. No, I never heard that.
Yeah. So
yeah,
very much.
Oh, give me 1 second. What is this? Sorry, my soccer schedule for the weekend just popped in. As long as nothing changed. Good. Give me my money. All right. Sorry. Money matters.
We got to do a receivers poll.
Offense is going to be tomorrow night.
Oh, that's tomorrow night.
Offense will be tomorrow night. Now, I think I'm going to break receiver into 2 different categories. So I'm going to have the 1s against each other, and I'm going to have the 2s against each other.
Oof. Over the last.
I was going to do that with corner, but I couldn't get that deep with the corners. Shout out Diana Rossini. She can get deep with anybody. Now, you know, the tight end is easy. Center will be difficult, you know, with Mangold, MOY. And I'll put tackles against one another. I might just do offensive linemen as a whole because we haven't had a lot of great. Also, Diana Rossini will do offensive linemen and head coaches as a whole. Or wholes. I don't know. She seems like she's multifaceted and multi-filled. I'm trying to fuck with MC Mays' count right now by just throwing them out fast and furious.
A multi-talented individual. It's going to be kind of slim pickings when you talk about number 2 receivers over the last like 10 to 15 years outside of like maybe Decker, right? That's Decker.
I mean,
Krebet
was a 2, right? Krebet's going to.
Yeah, but I'm just talking about like within the last.
Lavernius Coles, Decker.
Yeah.
Here's an interesting one. Braylon Edwards and Santonio Holmes. Who would be the 1? Who would be the 2? Braylon was the 1, right? And Holmes was like the slot, and like he was the 2. You know, Toon and Walker. Who's the 1? Who's the 2? I think Toon's the 1, and Walker's the 2. You know, Keyshawn Krebet, we know. Decker, Marshall, we know. Now, the receivers are pretty interesting.
Yeah. Shaz Shillings in the mix as well.
Who? I slept good last night, man. I'm not easily duped today.
You know, was that how you pronounce his name? Shaz Shilling?
Shad Shilling? Who the fuck is that?
Shaz Shilling. You don't remember you don't remember that year where Cromartie was coming out saying that outside of Santonio Holmes, he was the second best receiver on the Jets, and like the number 2 that we had was like Shaz Schilling from the Raiders. He played from the Raiders before he got to the Jets. Played with the Raiders and played with the Rams. I might be like butchering the pronunciation of his name.
All right, let me see. So that had to be what, 2013?
Yeah, around that range.
2012. That maybe 2012. Anyone in the chat know who the hell he's talking about?
Now I'm sounding like the Lane Train, but
Stephen Hill, Jeremy Curley. I'm looking at 2012 position wide receiver. Jordan White, Patrick Turner. Oh, Chaz Schillens.
yeah, okay. There you go. I butchered the pronunciation, but that's who I was.
He's got 100 receptions for his career. He had 28 receptions with us in 2012. Chaz, of course, his career. Why do I see so many goddamn guys whose career ended with us? Like a name like that, it's like, yeah, if he got to the Jets, that was his last chance at succeeding.
It's so funny too. If you remember, like Jeremy Curley, right? Like, and I was a Jeremy Curley truther. I have a signed jersey. Jeremy Curley was a baller for a while, and then he left, and all of a sudden, it's like you never heard of him. I think he signed with Detroit, if I'm right. And then like you never heard from him again.
Detroit or the Rams when they were still, I forget.
Yeah, one of them.
But I always said this about, and Jeremy Curley was a punchline and still is to me, because after the 2011 year when we lost in the AFC Championship, we get rid of Braylon Edwards, Brad Smith, Jericho Cotchery, and we replaced them with Jeremy Curley.
Yeah.
We lost 3 of our top 4 receivers in one offseason, and we replaced them with Jeremy Curley.
Yeah.
We lost 3 offensive linemen and didn't replace them. This was the problem with the way Tannenbaum managed the Jets back then. The problem was that he didn't value mid-round picks. He traded them away for players, for Braylon, for Holmes, for other players who are on the roster, and he went all in. But the problem with that was, come 2011, come 2012, 13, 14, we had no depth. We had none of those guys who were 3rd, 4th, or 5th rounders who can elevate up. We didn't have any of those sneaky, cheap guys on the roster like a Michael Carter or a Sherwood who can elevate and play above their draft positioning. He just threw mid-rounders away. The 2009 draft, he traded up for Sanchez. I think he traded up again for Sean Green, and then he had Matt Slauson in the 6th round. Came out of an NFL draft with only 3 players. Yeah. Your attrition is going to take place. And eventually, you had no depth. You had no guys playing up. From 2010 to 2019, the Jets spent the second most amount of money in free agency, only behind Washington. They spent $970 million in guaranteed money. Only Washington cracked the billion, but the Jets were second. Because you had to live in free agency and you had to overpay people because you weren't building through the draft. That's why I always laugh when people say Woody Johnson's a bad owner, because I'm like, he'll cut a fucking check. He's just had the wrong people telling him what checks to cut. Robert Kraft is not a fucking smart owner. He just hired the right people. He just signs the checks like 95% of the other owners do. Jerry Jones is the only guy involved in the picks. Everyone else lets their football people handle it. You only look as smart as the people doing the work. When Woody's hands off and Woody shuts the fuck up, just sign your name, bro, or have the fucking stamp on it. Who cares? Now it's electronic signature. You don't even need to fucking have a pen. But I kind of laugh at that because he's always spent the money. He's always tried to provide a winner, but he's had the wrong people making the decisions. And if Muji is making the right decisions and we're throwing $150 million next year, Kev, at the right people that are being selected by the right general manager, watch out. This team could become really good really quick.
I mean, if we look at ahead and look at the 2027 offense, you got to probably be like a chimp to screw it up, because with all the assets that they have, with 3 first-round picks and the most cap space in the league, and you already have core players like that are young, the guys that we drafted this year, and already having Garrett and Brees, it's going to be hard to screw it up. And I like the fact that we're in a position now where it feels as if all the eyes are on Glenn, because now we are going to be able, with the talent that we have now, we're really going to be able to truly evaluate them. And with all the assets that we have coming in next year, I feel like if we figure out that he's not the guy now, it's going to be an extremely attractive position for the next guy. And I know that you throw out McVay, that was your dream, and it looks as if that was dashed today with Stafford re-signing. And I know that you still have the stance of Tomlin.
That was the pipe dream, right? The real dream is Aaron Glenn goes on to coach for 20 years and retires at 70 with multiple rings. Like, I don't want regime change. That's plan A.
Yeah.
But if Glenn didn't work out, I will gladly trade the worst 2 ones next year and go to try to get McVay, and then bring him in here and say, hey, you pick the quarterback, look at this roster, go win. And then you'd be a contender for the next decade, if not longer.
See, I'm like you too. I prefer Glenn to succeed. I'm crossing my fingers, hoping that we, scrap up 9-10 wins. In an ideal world, he is the guy who's leading us for the next 10 to 15 years. But if I'm using what I saw last year and I'm going in with the thought process that I have this year, I'm thinking more than likely he is not the guy. And for me, a realistic option, and it's realistic and I think is a good option as well, is probably Sean McDermott. I mean, I think that's a good option. I know that he
not for me.
You're not a McDermott guy?
I've been calling for, and Clancy can attest to this and others, I've been saying for years that Sean McDermott should have been fired, because my 2 arguments about Buffalo, and Clancy always gives me shit. That's why he will say that Nick has said this. I say Josh Allen's overrated and Lamar, because they have these loaded teams and they can't get far. And with McDermott, you have the loaded team, and you can't get over the hump. Even the year Mahomes is down, you can't get over the hump. So I have been shitting on McDermott and Josh Allen for quite a while.
I know you're not a big Allen guy.
Now you'll see this year, if Brady does the Gruden and takes that team, and then McDermott's the Dungy.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how that works out. But me personally, I wouldn't mind the McDermott thing. I know that
I'd want to go offense if we do get Glenn. I know Jake is very, very adamant about that, and that's something. And me and Jake, we don't agree on everything with the direction of the Jets, and that's the beauty of having discussions with passionate fans and friends, is the different perspectives. But I'm 100% on board with that. If it's not Glenn, you've got to go get an offensive-minded guy. You're bringing in potentially next year a top 5 pick with a young quarterback. I want the head coach offensive-minded, the offensive coordinator, the quarterback coach, the passing game coordinator. I want as many minds in that room to help this kid hit his maximum potential. I can't go get it. You can go get a defensive coordinator and just say, you run the defense. We got to build this guy because we're only going to go as far as this kid takes us. I can't have a defensive coordinator come in and say, we're going to pick the quarterback. No. I can't do that.
See, I'm good. Like you said, in an ideal world, I would want the guy to be an offensive guy. But if you're asking me, would I rather have an experienced defensive coordinator, experienced coach who's had success, who was a defensive coach, or a first-time offensive coordinator? I'd rather go with the guy who I've seen win before, even if he is coming from the defensive side.
That's fair. That's a fair take, and I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just giving what I would prefer. You know what I mean? So it's not wrong. There is no right or wrong with this, right? It's just opinions. But I can't shit on that, I can't shit on that take. If you go get an established coach who's got a coaching pedigree and has a tree and has guys with experience he can bring in, I would be more in favor of that than going with another Robert Salah, or going with a Mangini or going with a Glenn. I would rather get the guy who can say during the interview process, I got this guy lined up. He coached with me for 13 years. I've seen him develop. He started off as a staff assistant, worked his way all the way up. This would be my staff. I would feel a lot better with that. But I will say this. Plan A is Glenn succeeding. Plan A is Glenn turning it around. That's what I want. I don't want to see a bad season. I don't want losses. I don't want poor coaching. I want to watch this team win games. I want to come on Sunday night. I want to have more than 3 victory Mondays out of 17. You know, I want to watch competitive football past election day. Like, you know, it's just the first week in November. Yeah. It's nothing political. It's just the line in November is there. It's all right. Halloween. There we go. You know, I want to watch. I want to be in the hunt. You know, even Damian Woody, said it the other day on with Mike Greenberg. Like, a great year for the Jets would be in the hunt graphic. You know, you come out from that bye week, and I think it's the week 13 bye, and you're sitting there and you have a chance to be well rested. Yeah, week 13 is the bye.
Yeah.
And then you come out with Denver at home, who you've played well against Denver the last several times. Like, you've beaten them multiple times or been close to beating them. And then you go to Arizona. And then my dream season would be we are good enough to have that home game against New England 2 days after Christmas flexed into prime time, because the NFL is like, holy shit, the Jet Stadium is rabid. These fans are nuts. The team is better than anyone expected. We have to flex them into a night game. That would be like a dream season for me.
Yeah.
Even if we're 8-7 at that point, or 8-6, right? It would be 8-6 with 3 games left. If you're 8-6, fucking ride it.
If they are 8-6 going into that game,
Black Gypsy will disappear from shows. Black Gypsy will be a ghost.
No.
He will disappear. He will not call in anywhere. He'll be gone.
If they're 8-6 at that point, I think that Glenn should be it should be a serious discussion that Glenn would have to have his name in the Coach of the Year debate. If he was able to go from 3 to 8-6 at that point, yeah. But anyways, Nicholas, just want to call in and talk about that for a little bit. Go Knicks. Hopefully Jalen Brunson, he lights up the Garden again. Such a, GOAT that he is. But I also said in the wrestling chat in the Discord, I sent a logo. So check that out and see what you think about it.
I will. Hold on. I'll do it right here. I'll give you my live reaction. Oh, nice. Oh, a little razor. I like it. Nice. Hey, yo. That was like my favorite expression for so many years. That would be like the sign that I got drunk. It would be like, hey, yo. Like, oh, he's talking like Razor. Next Ben.
Oh, a mixture of Razor and Rocky.
Nice. Awesome. Good stuff.
Right.
Yeah, appreciate the call, man. Appreciate the discussion. Good stuff.
All right.
Be good, bro. Have a good night. Let me bring that up on here. Let's share that. So for those of you who haven't been seeing in the Discord, we have been, you've seen the thumbnail tonight. You saw the Nick Shine Show NWO style logo the other day. There have been many people creating. Kevin's been at the head of the pack with this. This is what he made today. Let's get me to the side. Little Razor Ramon-ish. Nice. We had, all right, let me take that down. Let me go into the DMs. All right, we got this one. Little Brahma Bullish. And I'll say this again for those of you who have been watching this show for a while. There you go. The Nick Shine Show with the smoking skull. Stone cold. Stone cold. We got this one here. I tell you guys what I am doing this weekend. I know I gotta work soccer Saturday and Sunday, but it's been long overdue. Clancy, Kevin, if you're still in the chat, my exact words to Kevin were, "I love it, but it's a little too similar what Ricky uses." Kevin, Clancy, word for word. I didn't say Ricky wouldn't like it, but I just said, I'll read it to you. Hold on. I love that, but it's still too similar to Ricky New York's logo. He uses skeletons a lot. Exactly what I said, Clancy. Hell yeah, Clancy, my homeboy, my buddy, my pal. I know him. I love him. I just got home from the hospital. Ladies and gentlemen, during that discussion with Kevin, I received a Venmo. That Venmo was from Cisco. And Cisco just gifted 10 channel memberships. Cisco, thank you. You're the man. And went to, oh yeah, Diana Rossini, Dick's Insider. Aussie Jets fan, Saki 0341, Georgie, Infrared Jets, Larry Turkin, Mr. Big Skins, also Diana Rossini related, Tyrone Garcia, Rasta Dread, Thomas Sandler. Cisco, you are the man. God damn it, Maze. You had one job. Bill M., tell him where we're at. I know Bill's counting too. I saw Bill counting before. And that was the whole purpose, was to get you to break the count. All right, I'll do this. Ba-ba-ba. Oh, man. All right, look at that. I learned today that if I make enough Diana Rossini jokes, both Maze and Bill will lose track. Ladies and gentlemen, I have more jokes than Diana Rossini has affairs. Now it's 11. But Cisco, you are the man. I appreciate you, brother. Again, folks, don't forget, May 31st, not this Sunday, the following Sunday, we're going to have 2 raffle giveaways that night. You guys have been so generous on this channel that we're going to give 2 raffles away. And then we are probably going to do Father's Day. We'll do Father's Day show. I think that is the 21st. June 19th is a Friday because I'm off for a holiday. I think the 21st, 7/14/21. Yeah, the 3rd Sunday in June is Father's Day. So June 21st, we'll do that day. We'll do another raffle. I can't tell you how much I appreciate all of you who've been gifting on the channel. You guys are tremendous. And I will always, always take a Black Gypsy gift in the chat instead of a Black Gypsy call-in during the show. He knows how to win me over. Who hit 2 more today? Judge? Who hit 2? Are we talking Aaron Judge? I don't talk minor league baseball. I'll root for the Knicks, okay? I'm not rooting for the Knicks, but I'm rooting for my friends to be happy. I can't do that. That's just too much. If they're in a pennant race, maybe, but no. Can't do that. And that's in honor of my father. My father would love the Yankees being the worst record in baseball. So This has nothing to do with any of you guys. Trust me. This was a lifelong, not lifelong. I was born in 78, probably 86 it started. But it really took off in the 90s, me and my dad's rivalry. So for those of you who don't know, like me and my dad went at each other over the Yankees and the Mets. My dad was the type of Met fan that would rather watch the Yankees lose than the Mets win. Many times I would come in the house and he'd be like, "Hey, you want to watch the game?" "Oh, what are you watching?" He's like, "Yankees are down 8-2. Huh? What's the Mets score, Dad?" "Oh, I don't know. I'm enjoying this more." So that was so. To summarize it, I tried to put my Yankee hat in my dad's casket during the eulogy to get the final one up on him. Now, if you understand mine and my father's relationship and the amount of shit talk we had, that is not offensive at all. But if you walked into a funeral home not knowing and you see that, probably blew some people's minds that day. Black Gypsies membership went to MD Jets. Thank you, Black Gypsy. You're the man. Appreciate you. Again, we got 8 o'clock here. I got time to hang out. Call lines are open. Blitz BK is always in queue. And you know what? Cisco messaged me, and with the Venmo, he sent a message. I'm going to tell you what that is right now. Where are we? Click that. I know I am late, but for memberships. You're not late, Cisco, because with what you've been doing on the channel lately, I will extend the timeline. And I will match you. I will match your 10 right now. I know if you weren't, you're probably busy. You might be out and about. Why are you declining that fucking stupid goddamn chime? Yes, I recognize it. Yes, confirmed transaction. Transaction confirmed. Got it. Let's try that shit again. I got a funky rhyme with a funky style. There we go. Cisco, that's from you, buddy. Well, it's because of you, I should say. Folks, we're trying to make a move. We're about 100. Now we're about 80 away from a new emoji on this channel. I think it's got to be a Cisco one. I think it has to. Like, would anyone disagree with that? Oh, we got YO Jet fan. Oh, Wyoming Jet fan. Wyatt. Max is New York Jets. Lou Gehrig, 99. Jet Life, 89. Steven, NYC, 2656. New York Jets Smoking Lounge. Emmanuel Holcomb. Feed the Fat Rabbit. Oh, if it was Feed the Fat Cat, never mind. Hector Cabrera and Jess. Jess, if you're watching, you got to hop into the chat. I feel Jess gets gifted like every 30 days. Every 30 days to a T, I say Jess's name. Forgive me. But folks, you guys have been amazing. Appreciate you all. Now, oh, my back. Sorry, I'm sore. I've been working out a lot. My body at 47 years old hates me some days, but mentally, I feel fucking amazing. These last 5 months, I'm all right. We're going to segue from the Jets for a minute here. These last 5 months, the difference in my life, mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally, I've grown more in the last 5 months than I probably did the last 25 years before it. So there's been so many things that I've tried to change, that I've tried to improve, that I've tried to make myself better at. And I'm starting to see the differences, how I deal with stress, how I deal with things that might not go my way, how I deal with the routine and trying to get a workout in and trying to do the push-ups and everything. Yeah, Clancy. You know what? So one of my housemates offered me food one time. I'm like, "No, I'm good." And he had a fortune cookie on the table, and I was like, "Can I take that?" I'm like, "I need good fortune." This is probably February, and I open up the fortune cookie, and it says, "I have it. I have it next and in my my drawer next to the bed." And it says something along the lines of energy or spirits will be high in September. That's perfect because that means two things. Number one, football starts in September. And number two, how do you not use the word high and introduce this guy? Hi, Addison.
Yeah. Hey, Nick,
How are you,
how you
sir?
doing?
I'm fine.
I'm
How are
doing
you?
absolutely great. Hell yeah.
How's life treating you?
Good. Just got home from work not that long ago. Hanging out. Ate some duck. And
Were
here we
those
are.
were those squashed marshmallows?
No, it was bread.
I'm looking at it and I'm like, man, it looks like somebody took marshmallows and just squished them around the plate.
Fucking delicious. That's what it was.
I never had duck. I've never had duck.
That's a
How would
disservice.
you
So,
how would you compare it? Like what's it
um,
is it similar to chicken? Like
it's what turkey should be.
so
It's like a perfect combo of turkey and chicken, but it's fucking delicious and tender and crunchy skin and oh my
okay.
god.
Now moist or 'cause sometimes oven turkey can get really dry.
Yeah,
How's
exactly. Yeah,
duck?
it's moist. It's fucking
Yeah,
delicious. It melts in your mouth. Oh yeah, Diana Rossini quotes.
nice. Hell yeah. Nice. I've never had duck, but that description might get me to sway that way. Went out to dinner on Friday night to this new place in town, Violet's, I believe it's called, and had a filet mignon and had a cream spinach. If it was in a 5-gallon tub, I would still be there eating the spinach. It was the most delicious spinach I've ever had in my entire life. I love a good cream spinach, and
Shut up,
that
Popeye.
with the filet and a little bit of the mashed potatoes in each forkful was phenomenal. It was so good, dude. It was, and then she got the short ribs, and it was fall off the bone tender, man. Like it was so good. Like the combination was just fantastic. I got to go there again.
Do it. And get some duck. It's your life will be complete. More complete. Obviously.
What shirt you rock? What shirt you rocking?
Someone we all know and love. He was mentioned on the show.
Yeah, no, I have the same shirt. That's why I was asking. I have the same shirt.
Yeah. My Ricky New York Live shirt. Oh yeah.
Now, when he sent that to me, it's a much bigger size than what I wear now. And he sent me another shirt not too long ago that I've rocked twice. That's more my size and it fits now where it's not like swimming in it.
Baggy clothes are coming back.
Spinach, Bill. The fuck? Spinach. How can you knock spinach?
You don't. Popeye will fuck you up.
Yeah, spinach is fucking delicious.
Hell yeah, it is. True that. A lot of iron.
Excuse me, Addison. I know you and I are very good friends, and I got someone in the back just being a dick, and I got it. He's lipping and talking as if he's on air right now, and he's laughing hysterically, shit talking, and I have to know what he's saying. What the fuck are you laughing and saying backstage?
It's the way you said cream spinach, bro. Cream spinach.
It's fucking delicious. I'm the only one in the world that likes cream spinach.
That much, maybe.
I'll take
I like
sauteed. How about that? Sauteed spinach. Sauteed spinach.
That sounds better, bro. Saute sounds better. You said cream with way too much passion.
Cream's butter. The cream is butter. Who doesn't fucking love melted butter on spinach? Listen, I know when I say stupid shit, but appreciating cream spinach does not fall into that fucking category.
Hey, yo.
That is not the no. That is not called for there.
We gotta cut that and just play it back a bunch of times.
Cut this. Fuck off. Cut that. You can't listen. I know when I say stupid shit.
Oh man.
Appreciating cream spinach does not fall into the category of stupid shit.
All right, so I got a couple questions to ask Sean.
Yeah, I got one too. Why are you a dick to me for no reason at all?
It was funny, bro. I had to.
I know.
Did Gorman go for his job interview yet?
I don't think Gorman's left his fucking Xbox in 4 days, according to YouTube. What everyone's telling me.
All right, so I did my part.
He's he's the bright white knight right now, running around in a video game to the point where I had to call him yesterday on three-way with Knob, and Knob had to tell him how to get past a certain stage of the game.
He was lasting like 11 hours.
Instead of the Motel 6 said they called him twice, and he answered once to go in. Second time he hasn't answered, and the Holiday Inn is going to call him within the next 2 days. So if he really wants a job, I'm going to know by the end of the week.
Text Charles.
He should already have a Motel 6 interview.
Why don't you stop playing your fucking video games for 5 minutes and answer the goddamn call from the hotel that's trying to get you an interview? Period.
I don't know this number.
Your game is not that good, comma. You are not that good at it, comma. And it's no reason for your life to come to a fucking halt and miss out on important shit. And I wish you could hear how angry I was doing this. Go to my show 1 hour, 36 minutes in to hear the venom in my voice. Period. Have a nice day.
Someone put that in his chat right now because he's live.
He would have fun at the Holiday Inn. Like, he would. That place is wild.
Yeah,
Motel 6 is a little, it's a little shadier.
They got Xbox
6. So, I used to play Street Fighter, so I had the emulator on the keyboard. Instead of checking people in, if you were a dick to me, I would just start playing Street Fighter.
Fuck yeah.
I'll just sit there and look at you too, like 1 second.
Yeah.
Trying to get
now you have a new game you called YouTube Fighter.
All right, so my t-shirt girl finally got back to me after like 6 months of waiting for her to make me new stuff. So Shine, Dylan, Jake, Addie, and who else? Who else wanted one? I think Thunder asked me for one also. So I'm gonna send y'all hoodies. Like I'm gonna need in the Discord, just everybody send me the addresses or whatever. So I'm gonna go on Monday and get them done. So do you want Addie, do you want your you want an Addie show hoodie, or do you want the Lakers one that you sent me?
Second one. Oh yeah.
All right, I got you.
Oh,
Shine, any specific requests for your hoodie? How do you want it? Do you want Shine show on it?
I would like an image of me swimming in a swimming pool of cream spinach.
I
know the fucking photo's coming, so I'm trying to get ahead of it. If you don't think that I know I'm going to get that in my fucking inbox from Knob or Addie in the next hour, I'll take the
Green Giant.
Send me the image.
No, wait, it can't be the Green Giant, because that's the photo I have from Matt O'Leary in my contacts. When Matt O'Leary calls or texts, it's the Green Giant, so it can't be that. That's already taken.
Whatever the image is, think of it, because I already have one for Jake. Jake's gonna like. My image for Jake is dope, and Dylan's.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a live treat for you right now. Hello.
You all right?
I'm fine. I'm doing a show. Black Gypsy's on the show telling me that people called you. You answered the first call, and you never answered the second call. They're trying to make arrangements with you.
You mean the call to the one in Piscataway? That place is crime-ridden. My parents told me not to go. I should have told you this sooner. There were a lot of crimes reported in that area.
That's nothing to do with the hotel.
Wait, they can't. I got the headphones on. I can't. It's South Plainfield.
I haven't gotten the call from the place. I swear to God, I haven't.
Well, the Motel 6 is not crime ridden. South Police place.
That they wanted me for like a front desk job. Well, my parents told me not to go because there's over 1,000 crimes reported in that area.
Oh my God.
They want him for a front
Hello?
desk job. Do you know how much they're going to pay him?
Charles. Yeah, Charles. Go ahead.
I'm saying that there were over 1,000 crimes reported in the Motel 6 in Piscataway. My parents told me not to.
Over what time frame?
Over what time frame?
Yeah, like one afternoon, 1,000 crimes.
I thought happened like a couple of weeks ago. Yeah.
1,000 crimes in the last couple of weeks. All right, I would leave New Jersey then. I wouldn't even worry about getting a job anywhere. I would just leave.
All that is,
Don't ever go outside again.
drunk people
I
being
got you.
escorted out of the hotel.
I got
That's
you,
it.
Charles. If your parents are telling you no, your parents are telling you no. My fault. I thought you were a grown ass man.
Are you actually being sarcastic right now?
I'm not. I'm confused. But all right.
My mom and dad don't want me to work there. Bruh, what the fuck are you on, dude?
Get money. I just met with my job coach Shamari yesterday. We applied to more jobs. We applied to a Holiday Inn in Woodbridge. I wanted to
What is
tell
he
you that.
coaching him? How not to get one? He's doing a great job.
Tomorrow, yesterday was.
Yeah, I think
hilarious.
your job coach works for the state, and they get commission if they keep you on unemployment.
I can tell you're really pissed right now, Nick. You don't have to bullshit me.
I'm not pissed, Charles. I just find it comical that there's always reasons not to get the job instead of reasons to go get a job.
I'm telling you the truth.
I didn't question the truth. I'm questioning the ideology behind it. I feel like every time that we get you close to a job, there's some out of the blue. All right, you know what? We won't have this discussion on it.
Yeah, let's let it go. It is what it is.
It's getting too real. Good luck with your game,
Yeah,
buddy.
bro. Yeah, trying to play Lego Batman. Fuck off with the job shit, bro.
Am I wrong? Every time we have a prospective job for him, it's no. It's the family shooting it down, or it's him shooting it down.
And
like, am I wrong with that?
You know what the crimes are for hotels? Because I've worked at hotels for years before I changed jobs. It's us
People
calling
drink in the rooms. People have parties. There's noise complaints.
It's us calling the cops at the front desk. That's it. It's nothing to do with
someone's
him.
loud. Someone's rowdy. People are out in the parking lot. It's right off a highway. Like if the place is not getting robbed 1,000 times at gunpoint. Like
yeah. Well, I mean, he wants to go to Woodbridge and set up his like. Huh? I did my part. I did my part. 2. I got him 2 times. 2.
I know. And you know what I'm doing on this entire thing right now? I'm pulling the goose. I'm ejecting. I gotta be careful how I say that.
No, you don't.
I'm not gonna say I ejected myself from Bob, but I exactly. That's why I said I gotta watch out. I have backed off from helping people who don't want to help themselves. Because I'm not going to put the stress on me and my life and my brain. And that's part of the last 5 months and the journey that I'm on. If anyone wants help, I will go. I think you guys know this. I will go above and beyond to help you on my own dime, on my own time, whatever.
So
but
my girl
if
calls
you're not going to put the same fucking effort in, God bless you. Good luck. But I want my hands wiped clean.
I hate it when my girl is right, bro. I hate it. She called it on the day I said that on the show. She was like, the second you get him a job, he's going to find a reason not to want the job. Like, fuck, bro. Made my girl right.
That is wild.
Yeah. I mean, it's Gorman, bro.
Yeah. Well, this is like 1,000 murders every year in Los Angeles, so I'm never gonna go outside again because I don't want to get killed.
That's a good point, though. That's actually a good point. I won't argue that one.
Yeah, I won't.
He lives Piscataway, Stelton Road is probably it's probably one of the safest places you could be. The cops live by the
hotel.
hotel.
The South Plainfield border too. It's on the South Plainfield Piscataway.
So you
border.
get Piscataway cops and you get South Plainfield cops. Like if you ain't doing nothing wrong, you are in safety.
Hey, but listen. All right, I'm not going to say things I shouldn't on there.
Get him a job at a Quickie Mart in Plainfield.
That was the last straw.
Oh man,
that's the last straw. Cisco put the resume together. You got the calls in, and then I brought him there physically. Like, what's this fucking job coach doing? He's a
for real.
YouTuber.
He's a YouTuber.
Yeah. Tell
Oh,
me,
yeah.
all right. Tell me if you've heard this story before. Yeah, I'm not going to go look for a job. I'm just going to get monetized on YouTube. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll do 2 shows a day.
Sounds familiar.
Word for word. What he just said is word for word was Bob's plan when we were trying to get Bob work.
Yeah, he doesn't understand the work that it takes to run a fucking channel, bro.
Here's the thing.
To
They
make it
don't want to
successful
work.
too. Yeah. It is what
They
it is.
don't want to work. They get the money for free. Just fucking be honest with us and save the rest of us the trouble and the hassle and the time and the stress and just say, yeah, man, I'm cool living off the government. I'm built for this shit.
Yeah, it's still crazy. I don't understand how that's out.
Piscataway, New Jersey has an overall crime rate of approximately 8 incidents per 1,000 residents, making it safer than roughly 68% of U.S. cities. The township experiences a violent rate crime of 0.95 per 1,000 residents, meaning you have a 1 in 1,056 chance of becoming a victim of a violent crime. Now do South Plainfield, because I believe the hotels are South Plainfield, because that's not Piscataway right there.
It's half and half. So he's on the Piscataway side from Motel 6. On the Holiday Inn side is South Plainfield.
Yeah, Stelton Rose, the divider.
Yeah.
Lovely area. Oh yeah.
He's a youth.
Good place to raise your kids.
Yes.
It is, dog. There's no trouble in Piscataway.
Oh yeah.
You go to Edison and Woodbridge and Plainfield to get in trouble. That's how that normally works.
I think I've been in all of those cities. Hell yeah.
Edison, we went to Harold's, me, you, and Rick. Woodbridge, you went to, because we cut through Woodbridge to get that.
Quick check. Sorry.
There we stopped at the Quick Check, and then we didn't hit Piscataway. That was fun that morning. I know Rick was adamant about me not picking him up from the airport, but I'm glad I did. That was a fun morning. That was a great day.
Oh yeah.
I picked you guys up. We went to the city. We drove around the city looking for a place to eat. Couldn't find any place open in New York City at like 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, fuck it. Let's just go to Harold's in Edison. We leave the city. We stop at the stadium. We take pics at the stadium. We then get on the turnpike to go down to Edison. We eat at Harold's. We then cut through Woodbridge. We stop at Quick Check. We go to Charles's apartment, take pictures and video with Charles. He invites us in. We go inside. And then we go back to New York City, drop them off at Nate's, hang out with Nate for a little bit. Then I go back to the airport, pick up Knob, and then go back into New York City and hang out all day.
That's a fuckload of driving.
3 times, fucking 6 times that day I went through the tunnel.
How much is it to cross into Jersey now? Or cross into New York?
It's not. You pay from Jersey into New York.
So how much is it?
I don't know.
So last time it was like $45 that I crossed. It's like, goddamn.
I don't think it's that much. Oh, here we go. We got some South Plainfield stats.
Sweet.
Bill says South Plainfield exhibits a notably low violent crime rate of 0.3 incidents per 1,000 residents, sitting 92% below the national average. Big Islander fan. South Plainfield has New Jersey experiences an overall crime rate of approximately 2,048 per 100,000 people, which is slightly below the national average. Property crimes such as larceny and burglary makes up the vast majority of incidents, while the violent crime rate is significantly lower than both states. Now, you guys know this. I guess the Gormans don't. But all hotels are going to have police call to them at some point, whether it's noise, whether it's not crimes against the fucking employees. It's just, hey, people are getting out of hand. We got to call the cops. Come
yeah, the residents. Yeah.
Yes.
The guests. My bad.
Tenants, whatever the fuck you want to call them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The overnighters. Sure.
The guy at the front desk is God, bro. Like, that is like your homie. You want to have a good time in the hotel. The first thing that you do is you tip that dude.
Yeah.
And the rest of your stay is awesome.
Whatever.
It is what it is.
Eject. Done.
Oh, man.
We'll not take another call from him about it. We'll not take another discussion about
Yeah,
it.
no,
We'll
I'm
not-
done. I did
that's
my
it.
part.
Done. Done.
Now you know.
Let his
Hell yeah.
parents help him. Oh, wait. It's been
Yeah.
31 years. My bad.
G.I. Joe said knowing is half the battle, so probably not.
Oh, here we go. I love everyone Googling right now. Even Google's got to be like, what the fuck's going on at Piscataway, New Jersey right now? News 12 actually reported this. Piscataway mayor cracking down on crime at 2 motels. Complaints include theft, disorderly conduct, harassment, prostitution, and even evidence of a meth lab.
Hell yeah.
Meth lab.
Well, for a guy who wants to fucking pretend to be Batman, that sounds like a pretty fun job.
There you go. Hell yeah. That criminal justice degree to work. Hell yeah.
Cisco is watching Charles and me at the same time. Who is
Nice.
Charles talking to? He is so heated. I don't know. I wish him well. That's it. Done.
So what was the nonsense about Glenn today? What did I miss?
There was no nonsense. I just brought up a discussion point about how Robert Salah is not going to give you bulletin board material. He's going to make the general PR comments that he did while he was with us, that he did today, along the lines of, I'm thankful for the Jets in a year and a half. It was a year and a half ago since I've been, let go there. He's not gonna flame the fire, right? He's not gonna. I didn't even realize it was the Jets. I have no opinion on it. Whatever you're gonna say privately, and we saw him on Hard Knocks. He's gonna pop his shit. We know that, but he knows how to do it, when to do it. You do it in the privacy of your own team when the microphones aren't there and the media is not there. Charles is sending me a link.
Salah's not a good head coach, but he's a great defensive coordinator. To play the wide 9, people don't understand what that is. Before anyone even puts a play on the field, you're saying I'm covering all the plays. That's the thought process behind the wide 9. To cover as much field as you can and have your guys attack as soon as the ball's thrown. So to run that defense, you have to be intelligent. The reason Salah blitzes don't really work well because he doesn't know when to use his blitzes. He doesn't have a design blitz scheme. His talent makes his defenses a lot better. So if you put a guy that's a ball hawk in a solid defense, he'll get to the ball fast and make the defense look great. The difference between him and AG doesn't. He's not a defensive coordinator, bro. You're gonna see it on full display. All the people from Detroit kept on telling us
that wide nine people ran all over us.
Cisco, he did text me.
You can run all over wide 9.
He texted me a link and it said, "Here's the article, so you can believe me and my family." And I just put, "Good luck, Charles. I'm out on offering assistance. I wish you well."
He's got some sources to cite to back him up. Hell yeah, Charles.
You can look for reasons not to have a job anywhere. I work in a school system.
Just say it. I hate the nonsense of going around. But I don't want to work, bro. I want to side hustle. I want to play around. Government's giving me money. Let me do what I want. Just say that. Don't come on here and then be like, "Oh, I really want a job," and then sob and shit. And then we go and get you a job, and you're like, "Nah, it's too dangerous."
The real world is dangerous. People fucking die going to work in the morning. The real world is dangerous. You can't live your life in a goddamn Xbox cocoon.
How many people die in apartments every year?
Good point. Very good point. How many people fall downstairs and have serious tragedies? Yeah. He lives on the second floor, even though it's labeled the first floor, which is weird. Apartment.
So we saved his life. When he had that fucking that electrical cord going over his sink one night, we noticed it when he called in.
Yeah,
that shit was. Oh man,
playing toaster games.
You're gonna die at home. Yeah, shut up.
There's an old statement, Nick. If you live by this, you'll be good. Nothing good happens after 1 a.m., but everything fun happens at 1. True.
Oh yeah.
I won't know. I won't know. I'm sleeping by then.
Yeah, I'm old now. Like unless it's something specific to be out for, like an event. I'm going to bed, bro.
Yeah.
I love that we're getting play-by-play.
And Shine. I
Yes,
think
sir.
what's the guy with the glasses half off? What's his name? He only has
The guy with the
one.
glasses.
He only has one.
The dream.
The dream. Yeah, he was talking about it. Tell your son to get into elevator tech. If they offer it at that school, make sure it's one of the things that he's certified in. He can be certified as a regular electrician. Like that's an easy certification. But make sure he does like extra shit if they have it available, especially elevator tech. Elevator techs make $85 an hour at minimum. At minimum. For them to show up, period, it's $85.
That's lit.
Average work
Charles
is
is a
3 to 5
fucking.
hours. Charles is insane, bro.
He's calling his mother arguing about me on live on fucking YouTube.
Let's go.
Hey, why don't you end your fucking YouTube stream if you want to be screaming my fucking name out there where I got to have people messaging me? Have some privacy, decency, and respect, please. Thank you. Good night. Fucking Bobby 2.0.
It's the YouTube drama.
That's why you don't try to help people who don't want to be helped.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Fucking screaming my name to your fucking parents on a YouTube show at 31 years old.
Oh man. I listened to a little bit of it. Oh man. Yeah. Charles is chilling. He'll be at home chilling. If you need him.
Good luck, Charles.
Hell
Good
yeah.
luck. Keep my name out of your fucking Gorman family mouth from now on. That's all I ask.
He's chilling. Yeah.
That's it. Done.
Charles chilling.
Finito. God bless you. Good luck. I hope the SSDI triples in the next fucking 2 years for you.
Yeah, I mean,
Gotta
be approved.
Christ in heaven. Black
It must
Gypsy,
be
make fun of
approved.
me. Cheer me up. Tell me how much you hate my takes. Make me feel better.
Yeah, optimism is way too high, bro. But it is May, so I'll let you have it.
Well, do you see what my real world is fucking like?
It makes sense. You got to balance it out.
He's just like, all right, now I get it. Now I understand.
It makes sense, bro.
Can they be 500 after the first 8?
Clancy's like, those are 80s, 90s numbers.
If we're being logical, yeah, we should have a winning record after the first 8. But here's the thing, bro. And I'm gonna say it first: redemption. Put redemption in fucking quotations and like signs around it and flashing lights and shit. Redemption. I would love us to be able to win the games we're supposed to win. I'm not talking about any of the good teams, just the shitty teams that are equal to us. Let's win those games.
Oh yeah.
Now, here's the thing. Reich, a lot to prove. So we have everything you need in front of you. It's just making it work now. You have all the ingredients, make it work. Be a chef. Be a great chef and make this offense fucking amazing. We'll do something with it. On defense, bro, I just don't believe in Glenn. Like, I've seen the Detroit defense, and people keep on telling me stats and show. Like, watch the games. Stats is one thing. And you can always get stats, and a defense can look good. But watch the games and watch the moments, and especially the games that he loses, how he coaches.
Situational football, right? Which is what dictates wins and losses.
He plays macho football. He doesn't play smart football on defense. And a simple thing is on third downs, he presses a lot on third downs. And not just third down like 8 or third down and 5 or third down and 10. Third down and 18, third down and 25. Why are you pressing? When you get a third down and 25, you use a zone blitz. You only leave one section of the field open so they can go to, and you blitz off that to get the ball out of the quarterback's hands fast. He doesn't understand that the guys that he leaves open because of the press, your players have to be amazing. So maybe Minka, maybe DeMario can save his defense because they're going to make up for his mistakes. Like from playing all the time. Like you see guys do it all the time. That they'll say that guy wasn't supposed to be in that spot, but he's in that spot and you got the interception or you got the player. He made the play. Like he's covering for the deficiencies in the coaching plan. And AG he's not a good coach, bro. Like when all the defensive guys are named that you can think of, he's not mentioned. He's not a good defensive coach. He's not an X's and O's guy. A defensive coach has to be an X's and O's guy in today's football. Attitude football ended in the 90s, bro. Like, that shit is done. Now you have to have a really good. The closest person to him, what he's trying to imitate, is Houston. But that guy is really good at X's and O's, and they have attitude on their defense also. Like he does, and yeah, he doesn't have it, bro. Like you'll see it. You guys gonna see in spots where we shouldn't do certain things, and we shouldn't be in certain formations, and we shouldn't be doing certain blitzes. He's gonna do it anyway. And then when he gets torched on it, he's gonna back off at the worst time to back off because he second guesses himself.
Are you talking about Aaron Glenn or me helping Charles?
It's both the same, dog. Like you got, and there's a guy that called into Jake's show. I don't know who the fuck he was, but he was talking about Detroit, and this was last year before we got Glenn. So that's where I got my whole Glenn and Wilkes takes from.
Oh, Jack,
dude,
Jack Strand,
I went and started watching Detroit games.
Oh yeah,
like, I started watching the games, and when you watch the games, you're like, "This is not a good DC." You're gonna see he's not a good DC with the players and the improvement, and with all the interceptions they got. That was talent, not his play calling. Like guys just knowing where the ball would be and getting there. If you looked at his formation in a Madden game, you'd be able to beat him every time because he's always going to leave that spot open. Your defenders are always on the island by themselves. There's no help, and he's pressing.
Man, shit.
I mean, that's just
Maze. I think most teams that play a 4-man front, it might not be all the time like Salah did. I think Salah had a higher percentage of it, but when you want to get that tackle to kick out and you want to open up blitzing lanes for other people up front and open up your stunts, you go with the wide 9 because now your tackle has to kick out instead of back, and you open up another lane.
And you get coverage.
Yeah. So you can open up to do more damage between the tackles if you are in a wide 9 and people got to get wide to block them.
I always call it the 5-yard play. Like the wide 9 is going to give you 5 yards every time. So if it's 3rd down and 5 and your guys are really good at tackling and they're attacking, it might be a 4th and 1 or it might be a 1st down. And that's how Salah played. Salah played the 5 yards every time. He's going to try and stop you and make you kick for 3rd and 1 or 4th and 1 and all, and 4th and 2. Like he's gonna make you beat him with good coaching. So Salah up against good coaches, you see him sometimes show up and sometimes don't. AG against anybody good gets torched, bro. Like good OCs torch him. And his defense is primed to get beat by play action every time. Especially with tight ends.
That linebackers need to know what the fuck they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's where, again, the value of DeMario Davis's brain comes in, right?
I think y'all are putting a whole bunch of DeMario's plate, bro.
Why? Every middle linebacker in the NFL has the same amount. They get the call pre-snap, but then they got to see the alignments. They got to make the adjustments before
and he
the
has
ball
to coach him.
Everyone does that on the field. Every middle linebacker does that. You don't know the play coming. You go on your preparation. You go on everything that you reviewed, and then you got to, on the fly, make those adjustments and checks to, all right, they're in this. We thought it might be this, so we send in this personnel package. You adjust your safeties. You adjust your linemen. You tap the D-tackle on the hip to get into another gap. That's all coaching on the field. That's why the value of having DeMario Davis is going to flip this defense 180 from Sherwood trying to lead it last year.
Let's hope. Because we're all working on positives now, right? Like every year,
until the negatives start raining down. Yeah, that's how I operate.
Something always happens, though. I'm a mechanic, bro. So something always breaks. No matter how new it is, no matter what you maintain on it, something always breaks. To think something's not going to break.
Before you fix it or after you fix it?
Before and after. Sometimes you can fix one thing and another thing breaks. Because it shifts when one thing has to overwork something else, it's going to be broken, right? Let's think of it like that. Like, we're asking a lot of a middle linebacker that's super old. Right? We're asking a lot of two outside linebackers that are not good.
But
so
I don't
maybe
think we're
he can
asking
get
too
them to
much.
average.
Well, hold on. Let me address that before we move on. I don't think we're asking too much from Demario Davis. I don't. We're asking him to just be what he's been. And his brain is more valuable than his legs. Is he going to be a thumper in between the tackles? Absolutely. Have we needed that? Yes, that's his strength. Now, there might be packages where he comes off the field and you flex either Brownlee or Minka in there with Sherwood, where you got guys who can run and tackle third and longs. Davis should be coming off the field on third and longs, right? You don't want him tracking down running backs or tight ends in space. Get him off the field, play that soft coverage, get the ball underneath, and have everyone be able to run and tackle and close out.
What you just said was logical. Let's see if Aaron Glenn does that.
Oh yeah,
That's what I would do. I would go.
That's my argument. Every time
what would you call that? A big dime? If you got Minka, Brownlee, Sherwood out there, right? Like you go the big dime?
Big dime or a quarter. Like, the way this team is, they have everything. Minus the middle linebacker core. I do not believe in the middle linebacker core at all. Like, you have one guy, and if that one guy gets hurt, you're fucked. We all know how that works with us with our luck. Like, so, like Aaron Glenn, never forget, or Aaron Rodgers. Like, that's how I look at the Jets. Like, if something can go wrong, it will go wrong. So let's have that in the back of our mind and hope we can win the games against the bad teams. If we win the games against the bad teams, we have a chance to be 8-9 or 9-8. Because all we have to do is steal a game from a good team. You know what I mean? Like,
if you get to 8 wins and you improve by what, 250%? You go from 3 to 8, right? 150%? Yeah, 100% would be 6. Yeah. So 150%? More than that, 166%. You improve by that in 1 year without a long-term answer at quarterback. I think we would all sign up for 8 wins. It might not be good enough for the playoffs, but to go from 3 to 8 and have Bailey be impactful, Sadiq be impactful, Cooper to be impactful, the running game, the offensive line gelling, and then you got 3 picks next year. If we can go into next year and get the quarterback with the Colts pick in the top 5 and not have to trade, because you don't have to trade up to 1. You do not have to be at 1 for a quarterback next year. Next year is not 2026. You can do what the Broncos did, have the 13th pick and sit there, wait for Bo Nix, and then be a title contender. You really can. Because if Bo Nix was healthy, the Broncos were in the Super Bowl with Bo Nix last year.
So I asked my cousin, right? My cousin was like a football guru. He's kind of like Charles, stats and plays, and this. He can tell you everything. Like, before, when we're watching games, he literally just tells you what defense it is when the guys line up. He tells you what the offense is going to do. Like, all he does is watch football. So I was asking him, like, what's the best plan for the Jets to win? Like, what do they need to do? And he was like, he shits on Aaron Glenn all the time. From way back in the day. He didn't like it when he was on the Jets. He said it's the same thing about how he plays. He plays the way he coaches, which is with the attitude that I can get it done no matter what. Right? But the only way for him to be able to have that attitude is for Reich and Gino to have a really good offensive set. He said it needs to be 60-40. The offense needs to score points so the defense can really let loose and be macho.
This defense is built to play with a lead.
It is.
Exactly. The run defense is built to help you to get that lead, but they want to be up 20-16 late in the game, 4-point lead, Bailey and Will coming full speed ahead. That's their vision on can they get there? It's probably going to be 50-50, right? Some weeks maybe yes, some weeks maybe shit. But that's their plan. Like, we want to get a lead. We're going to play good run defense early, and we're going to have these 2 speed monsters coming off the edge late in the game when your offensive line is tired, because we had the big bodies wearing them down the entire game. Now go block DB. Now go block Willie Mack. Go fucking try.
He says what the Jets need to do is be lined up with 15 seconds on the clock every time. 15 seconds on the clock every single time. And do not hut the ball until it is right at 1 or 0. Like, and you need to be on that line at 15 seconds. Like, you need everybody set, ready to move, and motion. He says if it's just basics, time of possession for a running team. Last year they didn't do that. They didn't work the clock at all. They used the clock incorrect. Aaron Rodgers used the clock a lot better. So we can get back to using the clock with the running game. Time of possession, your defense is off the field longer. Like, they need to be smart at how they attack football. And he says they need to play 3 tight end. As many 3 tight end formations as you can get within a down, get them. So he said at least 2 to 3. 2 to 3 tight, like, and then you split it up and change and come back to it.
Yeah. Not that we're going to have nationally televised games, but when they introduced the starting lineups, I expect a dozen of the 17 games to have Sadiq and Taylor in the pregame introductions.
Yeah, they have to. They should be on the field all the time, bro.
Cooper and Wilson, Taylor, Sadiq, and Brees.
And subbing it out, Cooper and Mitchell back and forth. Like, it has legs, bro. It has legs. Like, now we just got to see. I don't really care what Glenn does. I don't believe in Glenn. Like, I don't. He has a lot to prove for me to believe in him from what I've seen.
100%. I'm positive, but I am realistic. Like, it's not a given Aaron Glenn's going to be good. It's not a given Aaron Glenn is going to improve. It's not a given. So
he's never been good, though.
He's
improved. And there's like a gap. People keep on putting him at good. He went from really bad to improving 1 year to being okay. Right? Like, in stats of where the good people are. He wasn't there for multiple years doing that. Then I would have said he was good. Like, Reich at some point was good. Like, he used to be a good football coach. So, like, belief-wise.
Again, for an offensive coordinator, I firmly believe you are only as good as your quarterback.
Yeah, so
if you take Joe Burrow and put Joe Burrow with Nathaniel Hackett, you're going to still probably be a really good offense.
I believe in
He's
Reich
going to make throws, and he's going to make the checks. He's not afraid to throw the ball downfield. That's why I didn't use the quarterback who played with Nathaniel Hackett. But if you have Adam Gase, and Adam Gase had who's Matthew Stafford, I think Stafford's still going to find a way to be good, right? Because Matthew Stafford didn't have good offensive coordinators in Detroit. They're getting fired year after year after year. Head coaches turnover. When you have a quarterback, you can still have an offense. And that's why with Reich, if Geno just gets the ball out on time and simplifies it, and they lean on the run, and they lean on the play action, and they lean on the 2 tight end sets, and you have tight ends that can run like this, let them load up with their multiple defensive tackles. Let them line up with their run stuffing linebackers. Shift into shotgun. Flex out with Garrett, Mitchell, Sadiq, Taylor, and then move Brees out. Go 5 wide with those 5. Why can't you find somebody open? I could find somebody open with those 5 out there. And if they don't, bring Braylon Allen in instead of Brees. If they go small to cover you, go double tight. Run the ball down their goddamn throat with Braylon Allen off tackle.
They need to use motion. I can't say it, but not just basic fucking boo-boo nonsense motion. Like, study what
I expect a lot of shifts and motion. I expect them to shift into formations that are favorable and advantageous for the offense. And then I want Garrett in motion. I want Cooper in motion. I want Brees in motion. I want the guy that you have the matchup with getting that running start.
Yeah, every time. Like, there needs to be motion in the offense. Like, every time. I don't want to see it where you're just lining up. I need to see guys moving, because then the defense has to make an adjustment. And you have Sadiq. That's the whole point of having Sadiq. Like,
and if you want to go trips on one side, and then you have Garrett in motion on the other, they run 3 verticals, and you drag Garrett underneath all that and dump it off to him, and he can turn up the sideline. You can create and design short passes that turn into explosive plays. Everyone else does it. Why can't we?
You have to respect Sadiq on the field, bro. That's the thing.
100%. Like, I run him and Mitchell.
Yeah, you have to cover him.
Right at the safeties, consume the safeties, do an in route underneath with Cooper on the outside, and then drag Garrett underneath it. dump off to Garrett. Simple, man. Simplify the offense. If they play zone, you hit Sadiq right up the seam.
You have to account for Sadiq, and that's the reason why I wanted him, because the way I would play, I'm playing Sadiq. I'm playing him at tight end every once in a while. I'm playing him at the 1 or the 2. I want him on the edge. I want him doing Brandon Marshall things, because that changes up how you have to play defense against him. If you know he can line up as a receiver, and we have 2 more tight ends that we could use, like, your defense has to change. You have to back off a little bit. If you're blitzing, you're going to get beat, because I can go deep. And Gino will throw the ball deep. Sadiq as a 1 running a fucking like a streak, it's a problem. Like, just take a shot down the sideline every time. Like, if he catches it, he catches it. If not, like, the defense has to
we're gonna take shots. We might, I think, with Gino, we might get upset with how many times we're taking shots. But Gino,
the gunslinger, let the gunslinger.
But his completion percentage, his last 4 years would be 4 of the top 6 all-time completion percentages in Jets history.
Yeah, I know.
So he will take some shots, but man, he'll take the checkdowns. He'll take the easy passes. And when your checkdowns to Brees or Taylor or Sadiq or Cooper or Garrett, you're going to have a lot of catch and run, and it's going to be fun, because if you press up, we're going over the top.
I just remember I said it, right? Because got to have the false with the pros. If it's an out route or a comeback, hold your breath. Right? Those are a lot of out route interceptions and a lot of comeback interceptions. So, other than that, man, if we're running the ball and we can play action, we can time a possession out of the game, which is what I hope we do. But we'll see, though. It's May. Right now, I really don't care what the Jets do. I got to see him play. Got to see what Wright comes up with. I know AG is going to be trash. Like, the best AG will ever be is maybe top 10 in defense. Like, and that's
what's wrong with
regular
that?
season.
With this offense and this offensive line coming into place?
Yeah, but
the weapons that we have, I'm not worried.
We have enough bad teams.
I think we're going to be good enough in the next 5 years where we're going to have games where we're up multiple scores and we give up 150 yards in the fourth quarter because the teams we're going to prevent. Like, I think this offense, the quarterback hits next year, we're going to have leads with all these weapons, man. We're going to be able to score. With this offensive line, we're going to be able to score. And that's something that's going to be fun. And we might have games where we're up 30-13. I know that sounds fucking crazy, but if the quarterback hits with all of these pieces around him, we might have fourth quarters where we give up a 75-yard drive. We go score again. We control the clock. We go score again. And then they got to go hurry up and they get some cheap yardage late in the game. So I'm not worried so much about the ranking. I'm more worried about, like we said earlier, the situational football. How do the Jets perform in big moments? What's your third down? Are you getting off the goddamn field? Are your turnovers coming up? Is your sack rate and your pressure rate going up? Those are the statistics that I'm more worried about than just the overall yardage, because the yardage stats can be skewed, right?
Yeah. Stats mean nothing to me. How you actually play the games matter. So in Detroit, he didn't play the games great. So let's see if he's gotten better with a year off of defense, and now he's coming back to defense to show us his superpowers. Let's hope he has superpowers. I just want interceptions, bro. Miss what seeing what that looks like. It's kind of crazy. And scoring points. So until next time, I'm out, Sean.
Be good, bro. Have a good night, man.
You too, man.
Folks, hit the like button. Subscribe to the Nick Shine Show if you haven't already. Cisco, I got your message. And that's what I sent. Glenn should be fired. Oh, man. You think so, miss? I can't have you being negative. You beat Tennessee. You take 1 out of the 3 with the Packers, Lions, and Bears. You're 2-2. You beat the Browns. You're 3-2. You lose at New England, you're 3-3. You beat Miami and the Raiders, you're 5-3. You lose to the Chiefs, you're 5-4. You lose to the Bills, although I hate saying that, you're 5-5. You lose to the Chargers, you're 5-6. You beat the Dolphins, you're 6-6 at the bye. I don't think that's crazy to be 6-6 at the bye. You want to say we get swept by the three in the NFC North early on? All right, 5-7. You're 5-7 at the bye after winning 3 games last year. I don't think you're getting fired. I don't think Glenn gets fired. And I think Woody, as much as a lot of people might not like Woody, we know Diana Rossini loves Woody. There's another one. But as much as people don't like Woody Johnson, I will give Woody Johnson this. He doesn't make the same mistake 2 times in a row. Now, hear me out. What I mean by that is he had Rex Ryan, very bold, very brash, very outrageous. He went to Todd Bowles, quiet, reserved, calm demeanor. He went from that to Gase off of the Peyton Manning recommendation. The same Peyton Manning who will not take interview questions about that he recommended Adam Gase to the Jets. And then he went from that. He goes to Robert Salah, defensive-minded. And let's not forget, Robert Salah was the #1 coach that coaching cycle. He fires him, and then he goes with what he thinks will win the fan base over. Because after all, it's a business. He brings Aaron Glenn home. Woody has always kind of learned from his mistakes. Now that he fired and he got the feedback and he heard the criticisms about firing Salah that early, I don't think he does it again. Now, if Glenn is winless, like people have said, you get the same start as last year. It might happen. But I think you're going to let this grow because I think the vision is year 3. Year 3 is the year that you get competitive. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I have a treat for you. I believe first-time caller. I don't think he's ever called in on this show before. Let's welcome Big Islander fan. What's up, Frankie?
All right, good, Nick. How are you tonight?
I'm good, man. Pleasure to meet you. I know we've emailed and you've been in the chat for a long time, so it's nice to put a face to the conversation.
I appreciate your kind words. But the Jets, the key, it always comes down to the same thing. If we're going to win, the problem I've always seen with this team I don't care if Rex Ryan was the coach or whoever was the coach, we can never get off the field on 3rd down, especially in key situations. And I think if we get off the field on 3rd down, we'll have a good season. And our offense obviously has to make a couple of first downs. It's nothing more deflating to a defense as an offense that can't get off the field. And it goes vice versa the same way.
Yeah. Well, that kind of goes back to the situational football, right? Can we convert on 3rd downs offensively, and can we get off the field 3rd down defensively? Now, I believe the way they built this D-line is that they can dominate in the trenches early in the downs. You're going to see teams throwing the ball early against us because I don't think they're going to be able to run against us. So they're going to try to create the advantage for them. So we got to be ready for that, right? You can go and have Minka and Brownlee in there where you looks like run support, but those guys are also capable of covering. So it's the chess match within the chess match, right? With DeMario Davis, even though it's a run situation, 1st and 10, you got to be ready to adjust. You got to be ready for them to come out in different packages and looking for them to attack us. And how do you stop that? Now, if we can get an incomplete pass on 1st down, and now it's 2nd and 10, now you have fun. That's when you bring Will and Bailey in together. And that's when now you got to throw the ball potentially 2 times in a row. This is where you can really let loose as a defense. So
absolutely. And the with the offense, hopefully it reaches close to the expectations that we expect and they can score over 20 points a game. Because if they get leads at the end, then you can unleash the Baileys of the world and I can't even. I always get Jermaine Johnson and the other guy confused that we have.
Will McDonald.
Will McDonald and can unleash him at the end of the game, you know, because
that's how they built this, right? I keep saying that they built all the fatties in free agency and the trade for Sweat to put themselves in situations where Bailey and Will can go nuts. They don't want 3rd and 3 because now you're going to have those guys on the bench. They want 3rd and 8. They want 3rd and 12 because you got to run stuff and then an incomplete pass. They want long conversions where these two can wreck the fucking game.
Yeah, well, let's hope our coach Glenn gets it this year. You know, he doesn't.
Agreed.
He seems like he's acting a little better towards the media. I mean, that's the way to really piss off a media. I mean, the way he came out last year with his
pissing off fans too. Listen, I'm bold and brash. When I coached, I was bold and brash. Like I knew my defense was great. I talked shit all week, but it's different when you don't have the media there, right? Like if you're just talking with your team, you're talking with your team. You know, I had parents who questioned me, like, why are you cursing at them? They're 9 years old. Because I'm going to make them into fucking men. Back off, leave me alone. Watch what we do on Sunday. You don't like what this defense does on Sunday? Come talk to me, miss.
That's it. You know, especially in New York. In New York, I mean, they amplify everything that you say. It gets it gets triplified. You know, and Glenn had a lot of stupid things to say last year.
He did. You know, he put the carriage before the horse, and then he also disconnected the carriage from the horse, and he tipped the carriage over and let the horse keep running in the opposite direction. Like he kept doubling and tripling and quadrupling down on bad decision making. And I hope with Frank Reich with him, who's got head coaching experience, that can be the voice of reason. That can be the elder statesman in the room, and he can, and even on the sideline, right? He can talk to Glenn and say, let's do this. Let's plan for this. Let's not do that here. We got to play for this. Let's go for this. Don't run a fake punt. Let me put the offense out here for this.
Right. I mean, the game management was terrible last year.
Agreed.
I mean, the game management's been terrible since Salah and the other guy. Did you say, I don't know how true this is, but I think it was, who was it? Le'Veon Bell. He was on a podcast and he's talking about Adam Gase being high all the time.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah. I called that out and I was madder at Le'Veon Bell than I was Gase. Because if someone's got a problem, someone's got a problem. But if you walked into one Jets drive into your coach's office and saw him hitting key bumps or whatever the hell it was, how the fuck do you wait 6 years to say something? That's right. You're just as guilty as him. You should have went right to management and be like, yo, drug test that man right now. He's doing drugs in the building. And solve the problem right there. You don't wait 6 years and be like, man, this guy's fault. He called dives with us 9 yards behind the line. Oh, bro, if he was behind the line himself, pun intended, you throw him under the bus immediately, man.
I don't think it was true. I just think Le'Veon Bell hates Adam Gase. You know,
I do too, and I wouldn't be surprised if Gase. I wouldn't be surprised if Gase files a lawsuit for defamation with that.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I know somebody who was coached by him in the NFL, and they did say he did have ADT, you know, but again, it's you know, I would never reveal the source, but they told me, you know, he was a player for the Chicago Bears, and he told me he had ADT, you know, and that could be part of the problem because ADT people usually take Adderall, so that can make you look like you're high, you know.
Yeah, true. And he always looked off, so we don't know what it is, but I'm not going to speculate. You know, I'm glad the Gase days are behind us. I'm glad the Le'Veon Bell days are behind us. You know, I've had a couple big L's, and the L's are I wanted Tremaine Johnson and I wanted Le'Veon Bell. Those are my two big L's with Jets moves. And I'll add to that Justin Fields. Those are my three big L's in moves. Like I couldn't believe what I saw with Fields holding the ball. I couldn't believe that. Can
you believe Aaron Rodgers coming back again? Jesus. It's time for Aaron to give it up. I mean, I like the guy, but it's time to go. You know?
So last year I was rooting for Tomlin to have his first losing season, and I was rooting for it to just be a disaster. nothing would make me happier if it's him and McCarthy having the falling out, and it's sour grapes, and it's disgruntled, and it's arguments on the sideline. I'm looking forward to it. I'm watching two teams this year: the Steelers and the Colts, and then the Cowboys and Packers. So I guess 4, 1/8 of the NFL. I am rooting and hate watching week after week.
Oh, we got to hope the Colts win one game this year. We get the number 1 pick. That would be wonderful.
Yeah.
You know,
we went through their schedule last week. Their schedule is tough, man. For a team that has questions at quarterback, because Daniel Jones got exposed. Before he got injured, they were losing. They were on a losing streak before he got injured.
Yeah, he's highly, you know what? He was overrated last year. He was never, but then again, you never know. Look at Sam Darnold, what he turned out to be. And it always pissed me off when they traded him away. I never understood it. It just, again, we go back to the past, but that one killed me because I couldn't see bringing in a rookie quarterback and have to go through all the growing pains again when you invested 4 years inside Sam Darnold, and I didn't think he was that bad. You know, I knew it was the cast around him. They never gave him anybody to play with. At least Muji's now doing the right thing. He's building a cast around his quarterback. So
go look at the 2020 Jets offense. That was Sam's last year. Go look at the line. Go look at the starters of the 2020 offense, and it's very obvious why Sam failed here.
Yeah, he didn't even have Anderson at that point, which was his favorite target. You know, the last year, I don't think he had Anderson, right? He was on Carolina already, the wide receiver.
I'm surprised this isn't my most frequent sites. I play this game every so often. 2020 New York Jets starters.
I don't think he had one legitimate receiver on the team.
All right. Sam Darnold, Frank Gore, Jamison Crowder, Denzel Mims, and Brashad Perryman were the starters.
Oh, my God.
Crowder had the best year, 59 catches, 699 yards. He should be your 3, not your 1. The offensive line was Mekhi Becton as a rookie, Alex Lewis at guard, Connor McGovern at center, Greg Van Roten at right guard, and George Fant at right tackle. The defense, the line, Quinnen Williams, Fatou Kassi, and Henry Anderson. Close. This ad just popped up.
That's
linebackers, Terrell Basham, Harvey Lange, Neville Hewitt, Jordan Jenkins. The corners were Bryce Hall and Blesson Austin. The safeties were Ashton Davis and Marcus May.
I couldn't name one of those linebackers. I couldn't pick them out in a lineup.
How do you win with that?
No,
like
you can't.
That's a UFL level roster. That's horrible.
The receivers terrible. I mean, what do you expect? The offensive line was terrible. You know, they set the guy up to fail, and hopefully we don't do that again. You know, I don't know if the kid that we drafted this year is going to be any good. I would love to see it, but we'll see what happens as the season goes on.
That's the reason Sam's not here. That roster. I can't believe that Joe Douglas couldn't come in, look at that roster, and say, you know what? We're going to keep Sam. We're going to build around him.
Right.
Whatever.
Well, didn't they promise
everything happens for a reason? If this roster gets loaded up and we go into 27 and we drop the rookie in, I keep saying the last piece of the puzzle, we could look at really big things really quick.
Right. I know. Let's hope Gino does okay this year. But I think Gino's going to do okay because he's got a good surrounding cast. Finally, you know, he's got a good offensive line. He's got 2 good running backs. The key is going to be Adams. If he comes, you know, what is he going to be this year after coming off that injury? We don't know. The running back, what's his name? 0-0.
Oh, Braylon Allen.
Braylon Allen. Adams.
Yeah, that's what threw me off for a minute.
Yeah,
I'm thinking Devontae. I'm thinking Tony. I'm thinking Jamal. I'm like, wait, what Adams is he talking about?
Yeah, who knows? What
there's a lot of good pieces in place. Now, you know, the discussion has been had about the coaching staff. It's all fair, right? They got a lot to prove. Reich's got a lot to prove. Aaron Glenn's got a lot to prove. The assistants got to elevate Glenn. You know, everyone's and Reich has a lot of questions on his side of the ball too. So, and Banjo has a question. Was last year a fluke? Can you repeat that? Can you find a kicker? There's a lot of questions, and one of these Sunday nights coming up, probably in June, I'm going to do a show where, the top 10 coaching questions. So,
yeah, I was surprised they didn't try to unless they did try to re-sign him. He just didn't want to come back, the kicker. It had to be he didn't want to come back. I
think you should be able to find a kicker. He
Yeah,
doesn't have the leg anymore for outdoors, so I think going to Atlanta is a smart decision for him. But
we've had some good kickers, and we let them all walk.
I know. And that's what I keep saying. Banjo, the last thing on your checklist is go find and develop like a long-term kicker. That's what we need. Go get a John Hall, baby.
The funny thing about kickers is it's like relief pitchers. One year they could be great, the next year they're terrible.
Yeah.
There's
Time,
never
circumstances,
there's never a middle ground.
Elements, turf, snapper, holder. Like there's so many things that go into it, but just make the fucking kicks. Hopefully we have a good enough lead. We have a 2-score lead. We don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, Greg the leg.
That's it. Frankie, I appreciate you, man. Don't be a stranger, bro.
Sir.
Call in again soon. Pleasure talking to you.
Nice meeting you again, Nick. Take care.
Yeah, man. Have a great night.
You too.
Awesome. Love first-time caller. Here's what we're going to do. I haven't seen a single update yet. Can I get a Eastern Conference Finals score update, please? Can somebody tell me what the score is? You guys are usually really good with putting the score in. I don't want to assume anything. Usually I get a hell yeah. Knicks are up 15. Oh, they're playing like shit. I haven't seen any basketball comments. So please, can I get an update? Also, shout out to Frankie. Frankie, I know you're still in the back. I'm going to put you on the wheel for a raffle for calling in, man. That was a good call. Don't be a stranger, bro. Knicks up 3. 50-45. Knicks up 3, almost halftime. All right. Interesting. As we saw the other night, first 3 quarters never matter in an NBA game, especially in the playoffs. My dad and many others always used to say, don't turn an NBA game on to the final 3 minutes. The rest of it's just all for show. But ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you guys for watching. Tomorrow night, Friday night. Well, hold on. Might do Saturday. Let me see tomorrow what's going on for the weekend. I got to talk to my daughter. She's in the county championship for her JV softball team. It was supposed to be today, but Spotswood was the host, and Spotswood has a grass and dirt infield, so they canceled the game today. I don't know if they're canceling it to after the weekend. Let me find out some info there. Let me text her. Hi, beautiful. It's Daddy, comma. Did you get an update on your game? Question mark. I love you. You're the best. Call me back. Little Aaron Judge. Yes, and Sophia started swinging a bat when she was little. We called her Little Aaron Judge. Come on, talk to text. Oh, got to put a comment in there, or else it looks like I'm telling her to call me Little Aaron Judge. Knicks up 4 at halftime. All right. Good luck to the Knicks. Good luck to everybody. So those of you in the Discord, you will obviously know first if it's the show's tomorrow night or if it's going to be Saturday night. I know the weather this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, are both supposed to be shit. I got soccer both Saturday and Sunday morning. So it's basically just going to play off of when Sophia's game is. If there's no game tomorrow, I'll probably go on 8:30, 9 o'clock tomorrow night. We'll vote for your favorite offensive players. We'll take some calls. We'll hang out. It's a Friday night. The Dream will probably be calling in. So it's a holiday weekend. I'm sure he's like a motorcycle. He'll be getting tuned up. Like Black Gypsy, is that a good mechanical reference? I'm not a very good mechanical person. But ladies and gentlemen, Cisco gifted a whole bunch.
Here we go, baby. J-E-T-S, Jets, 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 let's go, baby.
And Aaron Rodgers was brought up before. What do they have in Pittsburgh?
A bunch of fat, ugly women. A bunch of fat, ugly women.
A bunch of fat, ugly women.
Here we go, baby. J-E-T-S, Jets, 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 let's go, baby.
All right. Thank you, BJ. Tuned up works. All right. I gotta ask sometimes, you know. I stay in my lane with what I know and what I can talk about. And if I gotta swerve out of the lane, I'm gonna ask, am I doing this right? So I'm not afraid to ask for help. What's up, Rusty? Good to see you in the chat, my friend. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Again, May 31st, we're at 2 prizes for the next giveaway. $5 super chats, gifted memberships get you on the wheel. It's a holiday weekend. Maybe we'll double everything throughout the holiday weekend. To be determined. It's the Nick Shine Show, but you guys decide everything. Lost my volume. Close YouTube. Reopen. All right, folks. Go ahead. Drop your what did we learn? Let's see what we got. And even though he's not here, where did you go, my lovely?
Hey there, Shiners, you made it to the end. It's time to ask the question. The Nick Shine would like to know, Canada's taking names. Motown always delivers. Let's find out now. What did we learn today?
What did we learn today? Let me know. I learned that you can take a Charles to water, but you can't make him interview for a job. Oh, wait, take a horse to water, but can't make him drink. Same shit. Bill learned Nick loves cream spinach. I don't know why anyone would disagree with that take. It's fantastic. Melted butter and spinach with Parmesan? The fuck? How are we even slightly knocking this? I could say I love oxygen, and you guys would find a way to fucking make fun of me, though. So screw you guys. Cisco, I learned that Nick is the master of Rossini puns. Nice. Rusty, I learned that the red fire trucks are red. Hawks, there we go. Learn that there's heavy crime at Hotel 6 in Piscataway. Well done. That might win it tonight. That's a good one. Good luck topping that one, guys. I learned that Charles will have personal conversations on his YouTube channel without muting. I did text him. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I got angry. I did. And so when I calmed down, and I got to do a better job at that. It's one of my life traits that I'm trying to work on. And it's funny that I mentioned it a little earlier. I said to him, I'm disappointed you didn't communicate with the one person trying to help you the most. I shouldn't be hearing it from everyone else. That's what I'm upset about. Reach out to me so I can help you. That's all. Whatever. Good luck, buddy. But I see he's doing the Bob plan. I'm going to get monetized. Good luck. I never went to Boston market. So, all right, real quick before the end of the show, I had a theory about the Boston markets. I'm convinced they were like Los Pollos chicken. I'm convinced that it was a money laundering scam. There was never anyone in the parking lot. There was never anyone in the drive-thru. There was never anyone in the restaurant. I'm convinced that it was a drug smuggling or human trafficking ring. Nobody was ever in. There was one in Edison, and every time we would drive by in Edison, I would look at it and be like, look, there's one car in the parking lot. It's 4:30 on a Saturday. No one is here getting this food. That was my theory about Boston market for a very long time. Clancy, I learned Charles is really plotting to take over the South Plainfield Hood. Screw you, Black Gypsy. I thought you were a nice guy. I guess you're not. Big Islander fan. Learn to close out your browser and reload if you lose the volume. Nice. Hawks, I learned the Rossini scores more than the Yankees. Come on, bro. Also, good one. Yeah, the Yankees are doing what they usually do. They usually do this in June. June has been their worst month the last couple of years. I think they won like 5. I think they were 5 and like 20. They were the worst team in baseball last year in June, and they still almost won 100 games. So once it gets warm, they'll fucking click. They'll turn it on. They got too many hitters. When that summer gets hot and humid, and you got Cole coming back tomorrow night too, I'm excited. Also, I talked to Sophia last night, and I'm trying to figure out if we're going to do Friday night, but I work till 5 o'clock. Oh, it's a holiday on Friday. I think we're going to go Father's Day weekend, either Friday or Sunday, to see the Reds and the Yankees. Sunday, she says it might be the finals of her softball tournament. So I'm trying to get her Friday night to commit, but she loves softball so much, like she doesn't want to miss a game. And now her travel softball kicks up as soon as the high school season's over. Well, thanks, Clancy. Now, because of this story, Charles can never get a job in Bergen County. Don't let his family know. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you guys for watching. Again, hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate you guys. Oh, weed? Bill? I think we're about a dozen. But I did like 4 rapid fire ones just to fuck with MC Mays and Bill's count, and they lost track because I ripped them off quicker than she rips off the fuck, my mind went blank on that one. Fuck, my mind really went blank. Oh, 13? All right. Dude, you literally saw the thought bubble go out of my head and float away. Whew. Nice. All right, folks. I appreciate all you guys. Shout out to We the People. Keep being fucking awesome, buddy. Keep stacking those days. You're the fucking man. I love you. Yeah, my homeboy. Brother Weed gonna be there. All right. Over under. How many times does Mikey ask who's going to a game in October? He's at like 37 times already in the last 3 days. One of the Woodruff's favorite pastime is asking about your plans 6 months from now. Only to not show. Oh, I'm sorry, Bill. But guys, I appreciate you. You're the best. Once I find out when my daughter's game is, the Discord will know when the next Nick Shine show is. Until then, be awesome. Stay great. Love you guys. God bless. Stay out of trouble. Stay out of Piscataway, New Jersey, and the South Plainfield border, because crime is running wild, kind of like Shinemania. Shout out to Kevin Zwicker for being the influence for the thumbnail tonight. Clancy, can't even come up north anymore, bro. Can't go to a Rutgers game. It's in Piscataway. Can't do it. It's very dangerous. Very dangerous. It's the scariest place on earth. Roller coasters and Piscataway, New Jersey. Ladies and gentlemen, we're out.
Oh. At least your mouth wasn't open.
Should I leave?
How quickly does pink eye?
Show me your butthole.
Hey, all you shiners, it's time for something cool. I'm here to do my part. I'll drop a stinky fart. No chicken soup for you. I'm gonna eat it up. And then I'll do a show and talk about the Green Hornet. I got a new laptop. You know it doesn't suck. I'll need to keep it down when I'm making too much noise. My mom will pull the plug and Dennis smack my ass, and that will surely blow. Hey, fuckers, it's time for the Nick Shine Show.
I learned that Middlesex County is dangerous, and New Brunswick is now laughing at Piscataway as the most dangerous town in Middlesex County. My Discord disappeared on you? What the hell does that mean? Members. Did you leave it? Hold on, Bill M. Bill M. You left it, Bill. Invite sent. No, it says you're here. I learned that Bill spends too much time confusing me. Congrats, Bill. Ladies and gentlemen, good night. God bless. Blitz BK. Turn it up.
Yo. Engines roar when the jet takes flight. Green lights glow in the Jersey night. Skyline lit when the squad ignite. Gangrene rolling, yeah, the jets take flight. Yo, every show we bring the jets all through the speakers clear. Real fan talk, we survive rebuilding years. Seen quarterbacks come, we seen them disappear. Still solid with my team, no bandwagons here. Green stitch to my fibers, won't switch to the Niners. Quick like Vic, I see victims in my visor. Judge loss is heavy, but the pride is never left. Stood 10 toes down when the season felt like death. New season feels like fresh air. New OC and QB, man, I always love the fresh pair. Like the man Jordan that I'm rocking with my Jets gear. Hoodie but no cap out, never play it off, but we gotta get the Jets there. Let's share ideas for this team for this next year. It's fair to think we'll do better in those big chairs. Shit, yeah, hire Dream Bean to run this shit here. Take this playoff streak and make it disappear. Engines roar when the Jets take flight. Green lights glow in the Jersey night. Skyline lit when the squad ignite. Gangrene rolling, yeah, the Jets take flight. Jets take flight.
Here we go, baby. J-E-T-S, Jets, 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 let's go, baby.